Go ahead.
You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans? We out here done. We done, and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.
Certified salute. You already know what time it is. It's the same time all the time. That's certified. What's up to my foundational Black Americans? Are we in the building, y'all? Are we in the place? Is this our year? Is this the reparations generation? Are we standing above all these other people? Are we getting to the money? You damn right. And if that's what we doing, then they know what they can do. They can go ahead and hold their own NUTs. That's what they can do. Trust me, we not helping nobody. We ain't putting on no cape. We ain't running to nobody's defense. Only thing we doing is running to the bank. So if you think foundational Black Americans are going to get involved in your little war, you can hold your own NUTs. If you think foundational Black Americans are going to help you come up and get a check, you can hold your own NUTs. And if you think foundational Black Americans are going to elevate you above us, you can hold your own nuts. Certified season. Let's go to work the way we always do. That's the time. Where you at right now, family? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. Is the East Coast in the house? Is the West Coast in the house? Is the Midwest in the house? And we already know the South is in the house. Certified foundational Black Americans, this is all year. We win against everybody. Go line them up and guarantee we going to take them down one by one. Knockout. Let's go to work, family, right now. What it is, y'all. Welcome back to the Black Alpha Network. It's good to have everybody. I see the family in here. Certified salute, man. I appreciate everybody. We done hit 10K, y'all. 10K. And we did 10K without even having 245 videos. All right. That's what I'm talking about. So we have a big amount of numbers. We got a massive movement. Black Alpha Network. We stronger than ever. And we coming along, family. We did it against all odds. But ain't that really what we do? Ain't that what foundational Black Americans do? I see you, Tampa, Detroit in the house all day. Louisville, Kentucky. STL in the building. I see you. Columbia, South Carolina. Certified salute. Once again, it looked like we got the whole family in here. It looked like we getting closer and closer to reparations. And it's clear that everybody knows, don't come running to us for nothing. Family, everybody want to say they got to give this to us. They got to give that to us, family. We only accept apologies in cash. You want to say something to foundational Black Americans, you start off talking about money. If you ain't talking about money, then you ain't talking to us. And if you ain't talking to us, you can kick rocks. Let's go to work today, y'all. Certified salute to the whole team. I appreciate every one of you guys. Y'all are the reason why the Black Alpha Network is the freshest new Black activist in the world. You guys are the reason why I'm going to be on stage at the Rally for Reparations Juneteenth celebration, June 15th in Washington, D.C. I appreciate you guys for all of that. And you guys are the reason why we hit 10K. And on top of all of that, family, you are the reason why this generation is going down in history as the strongest generation ever. I told you, we stand on the shoulders of all of our ancestors. Let's make that clear. But, we different. We different. No disrespect to nobody before. They was a little more friendly back in the day. They was a little more cool and kind back in the day. We a little more don't give a damn, all right? We the hell to the gnaw generation. You already know what that is. That's hell to the gnaw, we don't flee because we built this country. Hell to the gnaw, we ain't voting till you run us our money. And hell to the gnaw, we ain't asking, so you better show respect. And in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, we are coming to get our check. Checkmate. So family, we've been talking about this whole situation with these culture vultures coming into the building, bars. We've been talking about everybody trying to get what's ours, right? You know, yes, I like that Iron Will. They not like us. They not like us. We've been saying it. We got an anthem, y'all. They done messed up and gave us a delineation anthem. Should have never did it. They done messed up and gave us a gatekeeping anthem. Should have never did it. I'm telling you, they dealing with a new breed, a new kind, and we are coming for everything, and we ain't stopping. So we've been running folks completely out the paint. It's been a bad week. Oh, yeah, for all the vultures. Oh, bad week. It's been a bad week for everybody who's been coming around here trying to eat off our plate. And guess what? That bad week going to turn into a bad year. That bad year going to turn into a decade, a century, all of the above. Because now, y'all, we done said what went down with the whole Drake situation, right? We've been watching that. But didn't we say it was a little more than that? Didn't we say this was some cultural stuff? Now, all of a sudden, I'm sure y'all just heard on the news, some situations done popped off at Drake's house, his estate or whatever, and they trying to put that on foundational Black Americans. Tethers is mad. You got everybody, the dominant society, Tethers, they're all running in and they're trying to say it's y'all foundationals. It's Kendrick Lamar and all the Black grassroots. They mad at us right now. What I always say on the Black Alpha Network, if you pissing off the dominant society, you doing something right. If the Tethers are mad, you doing something right. If the Fleers are mad, you doing something right. And we doing more than something right. We doing everything right. The code is undefeated, and so are we. And since we undefeated, they're going to have to deal with it every day, twice on Sundays. So if you think you're getting something from foundational Black Americans, if you think you're getting some money from us, hell to the nah, you better get to holding them. Hey, what Beyonce was talking about? She was talking about know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Yeah, well, they're going to go ahead and have to hold them because they ain't getting a dime from us. Nothing. We ain't helping nobody. They're mad right now because foundational Black Americans are out here putting in that work. They mad right now because foundational Black Americans about to go to D.C. and we're about to have the biggest foundational Black American celebration in history. All right, this is going to be bigger than the March on Washington because we're not going there to lock arms with nobody. We there to count some money. And there's a big ass difference between the two of them. Trust me when I tell you that. And we're going to make sure it happens all the way live. So you got people that we've been calling out. Y'all notice we've been going down that G-check list. We start talking about Vlad. And now Vlad, all of a sudden, y'all, Vlad is starting to try to backtrack. But everybody done been rolling him up and letting it be known. But on this episode, y'all know Black Alpha, right? Y'all know I don't know how to just halfway put receipts on the table. You feel me? All I know is 100 miles an hour. You feel me? That FBA top drop back. That's all I know. So I got some receipts on this episode about DJ Vlad running around here saying the N-word. I got him, and you're only going to get that exclusively right here on the Black Alpha Network. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And by the way, Vlad, word on the street, Vlad is kind of mad at Black Alpha. Yeah, but he mad at the whole Black grassroots. I heard some things through the grapevine that, what I dropped last week and some of the exposing I done got all the way up to them. So now they blocking folks on all social media accounts. Social media accounts I don't even be on, y'all. And I'm going and saying block, 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 block. I told y'all they mad right now. They mad because the very fact that Drake got rolled up by Kendrick and the Black grassroots are rolling up all these Tethers. Oh, man, it's trouble. It's trouble, fam. It's trouble, trouble, trouble. Why? It's because foundational Black Americans, we don't put that FBA flag right there in the ground and we letting the whole world know that this is our country. So we seeing what's happening out there in Toronto with Drake, and we're going to show Receipts family that they're trying to turn this into something bigger, right? Y'all seen the news? I got to ask y'all a question. Isn't it kind of funny style what we see happening right now with Drake's whole estate? Y'all think that's funny style? I think my brother Iron Will put up something today. I seen it, brother. And he was saying it's funny, no camera evidence, no footage. Anytime you see something and they got half of the facts and half the story, but it's always pointing at someone else, you kind of know what's happening. You feel me? The dominant society are taking too many L's. You feel me? They are going to get somebody who is not of the culture and trying to get them to dominate the culture. We start delineating. Now they shook up. They've been sending in DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad done took a real serious hit. Very serious. But ain't it real funny, y'all? There's a lot of strange things going on right now. But foundational Black Americans, we seeing through it all because this is our generation and this is our era. Ain't it sus? It's very sus right now. But look at this right here, y'all. Look at this right here. This right here, family, that is, and I want everybody right there to see, that's been the bad week that they've been dealing with. Oh, they've been having a rough week, family. Oh, yeah, it's been a bad week. Because when you take Drake and you mix him with DJ Vlad, that's what you get right there at the bottom, all right? All right? You get a whole cosplayer exposed, and we've been mixing them up. Because one thing we don't do, we don't put supremacy in little boxes. We don't put them in little groups. We see it for what it is. Another thing we don't do, we don't take cosplayers, put them in 5 different spots, break it all around, and then come up with something different. We see them for what they are. We are delineating strong, y'all. It is powerful right now. It's so powerful because we are not allowing anybody to hit us with the okie doke. So it's real strange what we seeing going on out there at Drake's estate. I believe, and I think a lot of the black grassroots believes, this is a play. What we're seeing right here, family, we're seeing a whole play right now to try to get foundational black Americans off this delineation, to try to get us to go ahead and put the smoke down. That's what they don't want. Yeah, let's say it. They don't want us regulated. So they're trying to spin it and trying to put something else on it. It ain't happening, y'all. We staying focused on who needs to be focused on, and that's everybody who's coming at us funny. So let's go on down and let's talk about what's been happening out there. Out of nowhere, the same exact time that Kendrick Lamar comes out in that battle, like we were saying on Sunday, y'all, that battle did not just shape the way things are going in terms of hip hop. It started shaking the whole culture. A lot of things that got said were things that needed to be said for quite some time, a very long time, as a matter of fact. And what happened with our brother Kendrick came and seen it, and then we rolled right along with it. So now what you're seeing a bunch of people come out and they're trying to come up with anything so they could take foundational black Americans off of the path. Let's go to work, family. Let's break this down. So we're going to regulate, we're going to G-check, but then on top of all that, we're going to drop the receipts, and it's going to show that delineation is coming. I said when the summer got here, it was going to be complete FBA time. If anybody in the back of their mind thought one little inch that this wasn't going to be our summer, you better go ahead and look again. This is going to be our summer, and it's going to be our year and beyond. The FBA takeover is here, and the delineation does set it all the way off. Look at this right here, family. Let's talk about what's going on. I want y'all to see how the dominant society is running out here right now, trying to go ahead and pin this on black Americans a little bit. I want y'all to see this. They're trying to pin this whole Drake situation on foundational black Americans, and they're trying to kind of allude that it could have been some type of foul play from Kendrick. You see, they know that they can't come at this social movement we have, and they know that we got galvanized by what Kendrick was saying. So they feel that if they can come up with all these little things and they can put this blame on Kendrick, they can somehow bring down the movement as well. That ain't gonna happen. But watch this, fam. This is how the dominant society plays. They're out there running protection for Drake. They've been trying to run protection for DJ Vlad, but there ain't no protection when we get to stepping. Watch this.
We have a shooting outside Drake's house, and his bodyguard was shot and seriously injured. The shooting outside Drake's house, and his bodyguard was shot and seriously injured. They are saying that the security guard was standing outside Drake's gate at his house when a car drove by and the people shot outside the car. They said that they do not have any suspects or details about the car at this time because it's so early. But you're telling me some crazy stuff like this happens after the biggest rap beef that we've ever heard between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and they're literally throwing shots that could land somebody in prison. This is absolutely crazy. I'm going to go ahead and roll you guys this clip of the Toronto police talking about what happened outside Drake's house and the condition of his bodyguard. And you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Freeze. Notice how she got right to it. She got right to it. She ain't talking about what the police said. She ain't talking about the evidence. The first thing she said, you mean to tell me this is happening during the biggest rap beef ever? You notice that Drake in this situation is the one they're trying to portray as the victim. And they're trying to allude and persuade you to believe that Kendrick in LA, in the West Coast, and black Americans are the aggressors. This is what's going on all across social media, family. They jumping straight out the window with it. We got to always see through the way supremacy delivers information. They always deliver it with a little wiggle room to where they can blame us. Watch how she said that, family. She's trying to basically say, you can't tell me it's anything other than them bad black folks.
About the car at this time because it's so early. But you're telling me some crazy stuff like this happens after the biggest rap beef that we've ever heard between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and they're literally throwing shots that could land somebody in prison. This is absolutely crazy. I'm going to go ahead and roll you guys this clip of the Toronto police talking about what happened outside Drake's house and the condition of his bodyguard. And you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. person was working apparently as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't have no evidence. We have no footage. We have nothing out here. But you got people on the internet who's already telling you this is a Canada on Canada beef. What about Canadian on Canadian crime? This ain't got nothing to do with Black Americans. This has nothing to do with us. This is an issue north of the border. Do not try to sprinkle us in this. This is what we're talking about. We said that there was some tethering and some feathering going on. Ain't that exactly what you're seeing right here, family? Aren't they trying to put us in the middle and involve foundational Black Americans? This has nothing to do with us. And the fact that the police chief can sit there and be like, we don't know and could not know and would not know. But at the end of the day, folks on the internet know. This got everything to do with Drake, OVO, The Weeknd, and all of them Canadian rapper singer dudes. Ain't got nothing to do with FBA regulating.
Is he cooperating with this investigation?
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
Wait a minute. We're in contact with his team, but we can't confirm if he was at the house. Wouldn't that be the first thing that the team wants to know? Wouldn't that be the first thing that they ask? You mean to tell me, family, you're talking to Drake's team, but you don't know if Drake was there? You know damn well he wasn't there because the internet knows Drake wasn't home. They're trying to make everybody afraid, trying to get the boogeyman going so they can put this on foundational Black Americans. I don't trust system of supremacy, none of the minions or puppets at all, not 1 inch.
What extent is the rat beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation?
So I am aware of what you're talking about, but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time.
Freeze. Y'all didn't hear that question. The question the person asked, he said, what does the Kendrick Lamar, they are mentioning Kendrick Lamar in an investigation in Toronto. This ain't got nothing to do, family. They done literally went and got a passport. They done took their FBA slander. They're trying to put this on us and went across the border with this stuff. They are literally asking him. He said, does this have anything to do with the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef? And you know, the police, instead of saying, no, not at all. No, that's some whole different stuff. He says, well, I don't know at this time. We're not sure. We don't know yet. You know goddamn well. You know damn well we know on Instagram. So we know your police department knows.
And so I cannot comment further on that.
The motive may not be confirmed. If that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this beef crosses borders into the U.S., is there anything being done in the investigation to maybe prevent a potential suspect from leaving Canada?
So this is no different than any other investigation. Okay, like it's maybe more high profile because there's more people here, but we treat it like any other incident. So we'll be using all our resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation at this time.
Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you a suspect description? And how is there no video yet of the car that fled?
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's still in the hospital in serious condition.
We have a shooting outside Drake's house and
Freeze. You mean to tell me they're saying there's no footage at all? And then also, family, there's been a whole lot of stuff going on over in the UK that I'm telling y'all, they done pulled out the passport. Over in the UK, some people put they not like us at a store, Drake store, something like that. They trying to put that on Kendrick Lamar. And then right now you're seeing that they're trying to put this in Toronto on Kendrick. So family, you're talking about Toronto, Canada, and the United Kingdom. They're basically trying to say Kendrick Lamar is responsible for all of that. Let's just read through the lines, right? The police officer, what did he say in any of that? Was that a whole big nothing? He said, we don't know, could be, should be, might not. They know, family. They know exactly what it is. Never trust a dominant society at all when it comes to this right here. They are clearly trying to ensue that this has something to do with us. This has something to do with foundational Black Americans. So they can do what? They can come out and say, can't we all get along? They're trying to set us up for the can't we all just get along. All right. So therefore, we can, instead of focusing on culture vulture and running folks out the community, instead of focusing on us regulating and delineating, then they can shift the energy onto some, well, this is bigger than rap. We need to be nice. And fam, all across the internet, The same way I told y'all what I say. I said on Sunday, I said, we got to be careful. I said, all the Drake fans are going to run to the internet and they're going to start talking about, oh, this was a good battle, 50-50. I'm just excited to be a part of hip hop. I'm a proud rap fan. That's the way they do it to dilute the cultural movement that we got going on now. Problem is, we see right through it. They can't pull that on us. They always know ways of trying to shift the energy. This is Black Lives Matter right here. They're trying to Black Lives Matter. Y'all remember, during the summer of 2020, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Rashard Brooks. Y'all remember, Ahmaud Arbery. What happened? People start popping up to these events, and when they start coming to these events, fam, what happened? It all of a sudden shifted from injustices towards Black people and going against the system of supremacy. Somehow that turned into vote for Joe Biden. Somehow that turned into the Skittles bag community. Somehow that turned into the Starburst community. They're trying to shift the energy to take it off of us delineating. This is about us delineating. This is about us standing on business. This is about us in this generation, in this day, getting what belongs to us, accepting only apologies in cash. You feel me? That's what this is about. So they had to put in some type of violence, because violence is the quickest way to get everybody to fall back. Make everybody say, well, you know, I understand. We shouldn't take this so serious. This is kind of wrong. Maybe we should just stop the battle. This is them waving that white flag, because they start trying to pull that on a hip hop scale. And Black folks, we was like, hell no. Notice that? We ain't been taking no shorts and no losses. We ain't been stepping back at all. We've been saying, no. What needs to be said is going to get said. We seen the domino effect. We seen the ripple effect. It started off with Kendrick regulating Drake. Then you got people saying they ain't like us, family. Trust me. I'm going to see half of y'all right now. I'm going to see y'all at the rally, and they're going to be playing They Ain't Like Us, and we're going to be up in there two-stepping. We're going to shut it down in Freedom Plaza. Guarantee you. It's going to be a whole lot of FBA energy. This is powerful. How do you know we're going to be up in there stepping to that? Because soon as that song dropped, all across this country, everybody's playing that song. They know the power in it. They got to fall back. See, we've been telling everybody that we created hip-hop. We've been telling everybody that we are the culture. We get a lot of power from the culture, all right? Foundational Black Americans, we've always used music, and we've been telling everybody why Busta without the rhymes been running around here talking about the Caribbean, and they gave us all of our style? Nope. Why Flab Joe been running around here talking about 50-50? We've been telling everybody, music means more to us. We used to literally use music to navigate. We used to use music to fool the dominant society. We used to use music to get us by them cotton fields. Foundational Black Americans, we use music in a powerful way. You feel me? The way we do it is we generate energy and we say things that we need to say, and we put our spirit into it. So we know the way that things can galvanize. That's why they came after hip hop. The same reason why they came after the Tupac Shakurs, the same reason why they came after the Public Enemies. They understand what music can do to our psyche. They understand that. They understand it. It's the same way we're speaking right now. The term rap comes from us just talking. Hip hop is the music and the culture. Rapping is what you do. We was rapping before hip hop. Malcolm X was rapping. Huey Newton was rapping. H. Rap Brown was rapping. We rapping right now. So they understand when you put foundational Black Americans in the same place at the same time, June 15th, Washington, D.C., and we get to rapping, oh, we can change the whole damn world. We can change the whole damn world. Guess what? We changing the whole world right now. So the power in this battle, and by the same way, this battle just happened to come along at the same time when we've been taking hip hop back. It's a beautiful thing. Let me tell you something. Energy and the spirit works in some real powerful ways. Real powerful ways. Trust me when I tell you that. And the very fact that you're seeing our Black grassroots energy reach the mainstream, the biggest rap battle ever. That's what everybody calling it, right? Ain't that what they saying? It's the biggest rap battle ever? Okay. Well, if it's the biggest rap battle ever, guarantee you it is sponsored and brought to you by the Black grassroots, because there wouldn't be no battle if it wasn't for what we say. That's why Kendrick's verse and all those things that he's saying comes directly from us. It comes from every last one of you guys. It comes from me. It comes from the New Black Media. It comes from foundational Black Americans. This movement that's been going on strong for the last 10 years. And we've done more in the last 5 than they did in the last 50. This is where this comes down. So don't let nobody speak about this battle. Don't let nobody speak about hip hop without talking about us. So they know they got to go get some water and douse that flame. They got to put something on it. They can't let what happened over this weekend. This weekend, I'm telling y'all, we're going to remember this weekend for a long time. And I'm not just talking about bobbing your head to the beat. I'm talking about the whole social movement, family. Yes, indeed, the Most High Guarantee. The ancestors, guarantee. Y'all talking that talk right now. I see y'all. Let's go. They not like us. I see you, Hurricane. Yes, indeed. They know what time it is. They know, and they ain't got to look at their watch to know it's our time. And they on our time. It's foundational Black Americans. We running things. Guarantee. So they see what's going on. So the dominant society, they getting real tricky. And the first thing they said is, what lie can we come up with? I got an idea. What's that? Let's try to make a violent situation. Even if it was some Canada on Canada beef, they got to spin it. They either create a lie or they manipulate something that really happened. So you seen that right there, family, as we spitting today. We dropping it real, family. Check this out. Here we go. That wasn't it. I want y'all to see this right here. Look at this, y'all. This followed that. They ended up having all types of headlines. Mind you, this story just broke. The fact this story just broke, y'all, and they already were running to the internet and they was playing these games. Look at some of these headlines that I picked up on just earlier today. And I'm talking about a mere hour, 2 hours before I even went on air. Look at this right here, y'all. It goes to prove our point. Look at this. Rap beef turned personal. Man shot outside Drake's Toronto home. Toronto police confirmed that Drake was not the person there. It's funny because a minute ago they was telling us they didn't know. What happened to the, we don't know if he was there. He could have, might been. We can't confirm it. It's funny how now they're saying, oh, by the way, everything that the police chief said, no, that was a lie. But what we do know is that there's some violence and y'all FBA need to quit moving the way you're moving. And what can we do to stop and dissipate some of the energy that you guys been putting out? Yeah, ain't nobody funny. Ain't nobody funny. Look at that, family. That's one. We're not done. Oh, by the way, look at the words. Look, in the midst of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar volleying diss tracks or diss songs against each other, a man was shot outside of the Toronto rapper's house. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at the headline. Look at this irresponsibility. This is what they did with the East Coast, West Coast, family. Look at this one. Didn't I just say that they were talking about Kendrick and trying to blame Kendrick Lamar way over in the UK? Didn't I say that? Look at that right there, family. That's the BBC. The BBC is over there talking about it. Security guard popped at Drake's Toronto home amid beef with Kendrick Lamar. How irresponsible or deliberate are you when you literally run to the internet, you run to news publications, and you put out this type of material that fast, that quick? What are you trying to really prove? What are you really trying to do? What narratives are you trying to set? We know exactly the narratives. They're trying to put some type of violent spin on it so they can get foundational Black Americans to stop moving so quick. All the way in the UK, I told you. In Toronto, they talking about it. In the UK, they talking about it. It don't stop. Here we go. They got even more, y'all. I'm not lying. Check this one out. This is from Forbes, y'all. Drake, Kendrick Lamar feud timeline. Drive-by at Drake's house. Look at that. Look how they're purposely placing the name Drake and Kendrick at a situation, and it turned into some violence. Shots were fired outside of Drake's Toronto home early Tuesday, days after Kendrick Lamar. Look at this. We dropping it today, y'all. We building, we working, we shining, we grinding. Smash that like button. We cooking. Days after Kendrick Lamar used an image of his house as cover art for his song Not Like Us. Told you they don't like Not Like Us. I told you Not Like Us is what's got him scared. I said it, y'all. I said it. We said it. We putting it on the line. All this is evidence. All these are facts. This is that foundational Black American truth, and we speaking it right here. You see, they made sure they put in what? Kendrick Lamar, and they made sure they put in Not Like Us, because they know that we are rallying behind Not Like Us, and Kendrick has been rallying behind us. This is what they're doing in the dominant society. They know exactly the way to get the energy off of foundational Black Americans winning. That part. We got facts, y'all. It's all we do. How many receipts we gonna drop? How many? We got them. Hey, we got time. We got time today and tomorrow. Look at the way they're doing that. And what they want to do, y'all, they want to paint the picture and set the narrative of Drake is the innocent one and Kendrick is bullying him. You feel me? Y'all know that. How do you know his fans were saying that? We just talked about it on Sunday. And by the way, I appreciate everybody who tapped in on Sunday. We set the record, 1.4 thousand people in the room. We did 17,000 live. We're at like 21,000 right now. So certified salute to everybody who tapped in. I appreciate the love. And we ain't done. We're going to keep going. If you like that, we got more forever. This is how we do. We don't know how to slow down. All we know is how to be FBA and great. That part. So when you seen it, they already was trying to make it look like Kendrick's the bully. That's what they want to do, y'all. They want to make it look like Kendrick Lamar is the bully. This whole situation is them trying to say, well, look at those very arrogant FBA. Y'all know how they do. They do this to us on the daily. Fam, this ain't nothing new. They do this to foundational Black Americans on a daily basis anyway. They always got to do it. Y'all know, y'all just a hate group. You guys are so divisive. FBA, how come you don't come and help us with Palestine? How come you don't help us? Michael Rappaport. Y'all know what I'm saying. We're used to this stuff. Don't think for 1 second. The same way they trying to play us over here ain't the same way they trying to play us over here. Either that's going to be in music, or that's going to be in a conflict in the Middle East, or that's going to be down in Mexico, or that's going to be over in Africa. But I guarantee you, in this case in Toronto, I guarantee you one thing for sure. They're going to always paint FBA the bad way. So this is why they're trying to make it look like foundational Black Americans are bad. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it look like we're the ones who've been out of pocket and out of line. So therefore, they can say, y'all need to stop. Guarantee you, if this was the other way around and something happened at Kendrick's estate, they would be making Drake look like he was a friend. They would never talk about after Drake made his song. Because by the way, in Drake's song, he was saying some stuff that was really foul too. Real foul things he was saying. I don't want to play this game where Kendrick went too far. You notice that? All the conversations about Kendrick going too far. Y'all notice that? Oh, Kendrick needs to stop. Kendrick needs to be nice. I already busted out the timeline. They did the same thing to Pusha T. The same thing. Oh, it's always the FBA person who's going too far. I guarantee you, if the role was reversed and it was the other way around, they'd be talking about how Kendrick needs to do something better. They'd be talking about, oh, it has nothing to do with Drake at all. Nope. Drake was on tour. Drake was somewhere in Kentucky. Drake was nowhere near the situation at Kendrick's house. They would make sure that they separated Drake from the situation with Kendrick. They won't do that the other way around. No. The other way around, they got to make it look like it's all Kendrick's fault. Because if you can blame Kendrick, you can blame FBA. And I'm going to tell y'all the reason why. This is the reason why, family. The reason why they do this right here, I'm going to show you. The reason why is because of this right here. It ain't sweet in them streets, y'all. It ain't sweet in them streets. Look at that right there, y'all. Kendrick Lamar's diss tracks are the top 2 songs on Apple Music. Drake comes in at 3. And by the way, Drake actually ended up dropping right after that, okay? Look at that, #1 on Apple. You talking about the #1 stream song in the United States of America. They not like us. The way that we've been putting they are not like us everywhere. The way that song stands out, oh, that ain't what's supposed to happen. Family, you ain't supposed to have no song that galvanizes Black Americans and you beating out all of these other people. You ain't supposed to do that. They done spent dollar after dollar, penny after penny. They done brought Fat Joe to the White House 100 times. They done brought Busta Rhymes to the White House, Sexy Red. Why you think they've been putting all these people who are half the time non-FBAs or they're degenerates? Why you think they've been bringing all of them people to the White House? Why you think you see Fat Joe everywhere you turn around? A man who is a top 2005 rapper. And I don't mean the year 2005. I'm talking about he rank in at 2005, maybe. Why you think he show up everywhere? Why you think Busta Rhymes show up everywhere? Why you think they're so upset and so afraid of the microphone check movie? Because they have been trying to take this energy away from us. This is not supposed to go down this way. And guess what? It is. That Drake song is supposed to be #1. Let's make that clear. All right. Drake is supposed to be #1, followed by Sexy Red, followed by a Tether Greatest Hit album. It ain't supposed to be none of that. They got Gorilla at the White House. They got Cardi B went to the White House. You ain't supposed to have no FBA there. But just like that picture, Kendrick Lamar is packing them up. They don't want to see that. They don't never want to see it. So they got to try to get in front of it. And that's what all of this is about right now. This is what we've been seeing. And that song, I'm telling y'all, it actually ended up staying number one. Drake's song actually went down. I got the screenshots. We ain't playing. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't say something, family, unless I had the receipts to show. Look at that right there, y'all. Look at that right there. Look at that. Okay. Checkmate. Look, where you see them checks, that is Kendrick Lamar. Drake is at number 7. Not Like Us, Meet the Grams, Euphoria. And then way down there, you see Drake, Family Matters. Damn. That's pretty low. And trust me, the dominant society ain't spending all that money on you to be that low. What do we always say, fam? They not getting their premiums. They supposed to be getting more premiums than that. They supposed to be getting all that money. Ain't no way in hell the dominant society's cool right now. No, they ain't. The dominant society's on the phone. They said, we need to come up with something. We need a plan. Why? Because these foundational Black Americans is moving way too quick. These foundational Black Americans are moving way too strong. We're not going to sit back and allow this to go down like this. Yes, you are, because guess what? You ain't got a choice. You ain't got a choice in the matter. And since you ain't got a choice in the matter, you have to deal with it. That part is what we are on, family, and we all know it. So when you look at those statistics and you look at those numbers, you see that foundational Black Americans are the ones who are really putting in that work. You see that foundational Black Americans are the ones who are really making the moves. And this goes against every last thing that they've been talking about. This goes against every last thing that they've been saying. They've been trying to get us to fall all the way back off of that, and we ain't falling back not one bit. We standing strong all the way live every day, all day long. And that is why we are the culture, and they can't do nothing about it. It all comes back home. It all stays with us. So the facts are on the table about what's going on. We all see it loud and proud, crystal clear. But here's the issue. When you start seeing them coming out and then they start throwing all this hatred out there and they start trying to run the game around, we got to understand delineation never stops. You never stop delineating, fam. That's the thing about delineating. When you get to delineating, you make sure that you do it 24/7, 365. So there's a delineation culture that's been taken off right now. It's a culture of it. And we are all the ones standing on that hill. Nobody going to do it for us, and that's cool. We don't want nobody to do it for us. We are the ones out here really standing on business. We're the ones out here who are really putting in that work. And when you work, family, and you start speaking about going places, you got to understand, these fans were mad, y'all. When I say these fans was mad and they was upset, you know, we talked about it last week. It's not just about this battle. Now, a lot of these people who are making their way into the culture, the same people who've been running around here trying to tell us what the culture is, we taking the power out of the cosplaying rappers, and now we're taking the power out of these people who don't even listen to rap music. You're not going to be some pop fan and then come into hip-hop and try to tell us what time it is. You're not going to be somebody who don't even like black people and then come try to tell us what black folks are on. No. But fam, them fans was flipping out. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about some of the devastating effects. Last time I talked to you, it was on Sunday. Let's talk now. Let me show y'all the mood of some of these Drake fans out here, okay? Y'all remember I was telling you about these Drake fans that been coming around, and these Drake fans been out here trying to dictate Black American culture? Man, Kendrick Lamar literally has these people crying. I ain't lying.
No, see, this shit's actually fucking with, this shit, bro, I'm not even trying to fucking, like, this shit's genuinely fucking with me, dude, because you guys don't understand, bro, this is fucked up. Drake didn't even do any, like, Drake did not do shit, and you're out here making up lies about a daughter, like, this shit, oh my, like, you don't understand the hatred I have for Kendrick Lamar, bro.
Oh, listen to him. This ain't us saying it. All we doing is putting the receipts. This man said, Drake ain't did nothing wrong. I got hatred for Kendrick. I told you, it ain't just about a rap battle. This is a cultural movement spearheaded by us. This man is spazzing out, crashing out.
Oh my, like, you don't understand the hatred I have for Kendrick Lamar, bro. I don't care if I'm crying, bro. I don't care. Go ahead and make fun of me. Call me a bitch. I don't care. This is fucked up. Drake does not deserve any of this. Drake is a good dude. Drake puts out music that's literally helps so many people. He doesn't deserve any of this shit. Like, you brought his name to this shit for no reason.
He's crying. He got me crying.
He crying, y'all. He crying. You ain't lying. He ain't like us. He ain't like us. This is the type of investment these people try to come into our community with. This is what we talking about. This is why we stand on business. These folks is coming into our community thinking they got so much of a play in our community that when they lose, they start to cry. You know you are entitled, and you know that we done shook them all up now. Oh, we done shook them up to the point. So dude right there and all them other folks, I'm not even sure if he has any, but if he got some, that's what he need to go ahead and do. That's what you need to hold. We're going to go ahead and consistently drop that all the way, y'all. Every last one of these folks is going to have to go ahead and see that. That's what they're going to have to see. Not sure if you got none, but if you do, homeboy, that's what you're going to go ahead and have to see, because foundational Black Americans, we ain't got no sympathy for that. You go ahead and take that back to your people. You take that one back to your community. You take that back over there, and y'all can wonder why you ain't got no type of play in foundational Black American hip hop. This is it. What we're seeing now, y'all, we are seeing the change of hip hop coming back home. We've been real used to these people who have no stake in hip hop dictating to us. All these DJs running around here trying to dictate to us what's good and what's bad. Now you're seeing it come back to the house. That's what we've been doing. Let's go back a couple years. Y'all remember this right here? A lot of people don't even remember this. Y'all remember this? Since we're talking about a lot of these people out here who've been jumping on the culture. Who remembers these two? Y'all remember those two? Y'all remember Macklemore? Y'all remember Macklemore? You remember Iggy Azalea? Let's go back to 2012, y'all. In 2012, they were trying to tell us that they were the king and the queen of rap. Look at it right there. That right there. This is what nobody wants to talk about. This is why regulating is so powerful. This is why They Ain't Like Us is the #1 record in the country. Because of that right there. They were literally running around here trying to tell foundational Black Americans, the people that created every single genre of music, the people who done stood on business for this music, they were literally out here trying to tell us that those two were the king and queen of hip hop. And didn't nobody say nothing. All them rappers, they sat back and they just let it go. They were like, well, you know, it's okay. I mean, I guess they kind of are. No, hell to the no. Never have been, never will. And by the way, both of them done fell all the way off. As a matter of fact, speaking of falling off, y'all know Macklemore just tried to come back a few days ago. Let me see if I can pull it up. Matter of fact, I retweeted it. Macklemore, yes, okay, Wacklemore. He literally tried to put out a song on a video because he's seen, oh man, I gotta show y'all. Let me see if I can get it. Y'all. I think I got it up. I don't want to play the song first off because it's terrible. Second off, because y'all know they be hating. But let me show y'all this real quick. Macklemore literally just put out a song and he's trying to make the Palestinian anthem. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make the Palestinian anthem, y'all, because he's seen that Kendrick just made an FBA anthem. I told you, they always trying to come up with something to dilute our energy. I'm going to show y'all. And then, here we go. Boom, got it. He came out with this. Look at this, y'all. Macklemore. Ain't nobody heard from this dude in years. Iggy Azalea, done. Macklemore, been done. The Dominant Society went, they done dusted this dude off and tried to bring him back. And now he's got a song out. And not only that, fam, he's seen that Kendrick took They Ain't Like Us. We gravitated towards it and we use it as Black empowerment. Right on top of that, he tries to make the Palestinian anthem. That's what he's doing. They knew. They said, once again, we got to get these Black folks when it comes to Toronto and Drake's house and what really went on, the police officers. Now, if we can't get them like that, then let's go ahead and try to get these Black folks when it comes to a Palestinian anthem. Maybe we can use the Palestinian protest to try to dilute what's going on with foundational Black Americans. I ain't lying. Look at this. I'm not even going to play the whole video. But what I am going to show you guys is this. Fam, oh, and they run into the internet acting crazy. They talking crazy on the net about this song. Look at this right here. I put this up. Culture vultures continue. The same week Kendrick drops a Black American anthem, Macklemore tries to make a Palestinian anthem. And he name drops NWA. Yes, he does. Look who's in his video, y'all. Look. He's got a picture of NWA, the foundational Black American group, NWA. He literally put their picture in his video and he says, NWA taught me how to fight back. NWA taught me how to stand up against the police. So he comes and tries to dilute Kendrick Lamar's Black empowerment anthem with a Palestinian empowerment anthem and then he name drops Foundational Black American NWA in the process. These folks are going to some limbs, fam. I'm telling you, they are trying to do anything they can to take away the power that we got. Look at that right there. I ain't even gonna play the whole thing. Look at this. He talked. What was it? Look at that NWA. Please, 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 please. Ain't no damn way. Look at that. Look at that. He was trying to look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He literally used the F the Police song by NWA, and he's trying to incorporate the Palestinian protests. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me run that back. Let me run that back. Family, that's the West Coast. That's Compton, California. That's straight out of Compton. That's straight out of Compton. That's NWA. That's Foundational Black America. And look how the next scene immediately, boom, he tries to incorporate the campus protest with the Palestinians. Man, if you don't get out of here, hell to the no. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. This is what they're trying to do, y'all. That's how desperate they've become. That's how desperate they are, and it ain't going to work. Because, by the way, that song, you notice you ain't see that on the charts, right? You notice that. How you going to find a terrible, terrible rapper, try to put this dude forward, and then try to make him go above Foundational Black Americans? Man, if you don't get out of here with that, it ain't working. That ain't never going to work. Done deal. And you notice that song ain't charting. They ain't putting out nothing. That ain't moving nobody. That ain't moving no damn body. So they've been trying to do that, and they've been trying to get Foundational Black Americans on another wave. Speaking of that, as we sit here and we talk about everything that's going on all across the country, you've seen the way they try to do that with Drake. So what do we have here, family? Black empowerment, and now they try to throw Drake at us, all right? A feather. Then they try to throw in Macklemore, a W. And now they also trying to throw in a whole bunch of other people. We've been seeing these Palestinian protests pop up all throughout the country, right? Everybody's been seeing it. And the thing that they're doing now, family, and I got it on good authority, they're trying to do the Black Lives Matter play again. Let me tell everybody this. They have been using Black Lives Matter. Everybody knows. Go back to the last election. Black Lives Matter was running around here taking money from George Soros. Black Lives Matter was taking money from the Democratic Party, and they took all of our empowerment and gave it to Joe Biden. They took all of our empowerment, they gave it to Kamala Harris. But we regulated them. So Black Lives Matter, they've been hushed. They've been quiet. Everybody knows that they got exposed for taking all that money. And it's funny because if you take as much money that Black Lives Matter has taken, but yet ain't nobody went to jail, that confirms what's been going on. But y'all know they've been trying to use a W is a W-H-I-T, family. That's what it is. W-H-I-T-E. All right, that's the W, fam. Easy work. Context clues. Context clues, okay? So when you start talking about that, and the SOS is the system of supremacy, you got to use words and terms. They are using now Black Lives Matter, and they're sending out all of these people. But remember when I said they're using tethers and they're using all these different people? If you watch some of these protests that have been popping up, y'all, and these folks are trying to crowbar Black Americans into all of these issues, the one thing that you're seeing is they got a whole bunch of agents coming out. We got to be careful now. Now we got to start watching for these agents. These agents are going to be popping up. You got them from both parties. Don't get it twisted. You're going to have some folks trying to get us to go red, and they're going to be some agent behavior over there. You're going to have people trying to get us to go blue, and they're going to have some agent behavior over there. But they're trying to slowly slide in these Black Lives Matter people so they can try to get us back on one of those plantations. And they're using this Palestinian protest. They're trying to get foundational Black Americans on board with that. And if y'all notice, these people pop up everywhere. You notice that they pop up everywhere where Joe Biden is. Now, me personally, I went to a Kamala Harris campaign. I'm the only Black grassroots activist who reported live from a vice president campaign rally. I did. It's all on record. Also, in King Day, when we went to South Carolina, we were there. And remember, we actually clashed with them. They were trying to say reparations and downplay us, and they were trying to speak over us about a ceasefire. We know that they've been using all of our talking points. They've been following us everywhere we go. They've been watching this. I put out this video today, y'all, and they're sending out all of these people trying to get foundational Black Americans on board with the Palestinian protest. Family, let me ask y'all a question. When you keep seeing these people pop up everywhere, doesn't it seem real sus? The same way we just said that whole Drake situation was very suspect. Doesn't all these Palestinian protests seem very suspect? The fact that they seem to show up every single place that foundational Black Americans are. They seem to show up every single place where foundational Black Americans are talking reparations. We go over here, we start talking reparations. Next thing you know, we look up and there's 30 of them talking about a ceasefire. We say no reparations, no vote. They say no ceasefire, no vote. Out of nowhere, we show up to these events. They pat us down and check us. They tell us we're disinvited. We got to go. I was there personally when the NAACP disinvited about 40 foundational Black Americans, but at the same exact time, they allowed all the Palestinians to come in. They actually had a table, and they let them walk around. It's funny how these people pop up everywhere. Everything right now, y'all, is a play to try to dismiss and dilute the power that we got. And whether they use it with rappers or whether they use that with all these other people. So you got a lot of these Black folks, a lot of these suspect folks, and a lot of these tethers who are popping up, and they're trying to say, well, how come Black Americans, y'all don't go jump in that battle? How come Black Americans don't go jump in that battle? See, what they want us to do, they want us to leave the Black empowerment movement, and they want us to jump into someone else's movement. They did this in the 1960s. They did this in the 1970s. They try to say, y'all leave the civil rights movement and go join the feminists. Y'all leave the civil rights movement and y'all go join the hippies. But they're mad because we're not doing that right now. And matter of fact, we telling them all that right there is what you can do, because we're not going to leave the reparations movement. We're not going to leave the tangibles movement to go help a bunch of people who are anti-Black anyway. What's done in the dark comes to light, and we've been exposing these folks. So fam, I got this video right here of this person, and we're going to pull out some real major receipts on this person. I want y'all to see, fam. Oh, by the way, look, no lie. Look, Drake Macklemore. Look at this right here, family. Look right there. That's my Twitter live. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Look who's trending. Drake Macklemore. Macklemore, Drake. Was I not just sitting here saying that? That's exactly what I was talking about. Ain't it funny how we can say that they're trying to use Drake to dilute the Black empowerment movement with Kendrick Lamar, and then they're trying to use Macklemore making a Palestinian anthem above Kendrick making an actual Black American one. That goes to show you right there. See, all we do is call it out, fam. Look at this right here. More under attack. I'm telling you, they're trying to use all of these people everywhere. And that gives me the perfect segue to this. Watch this person right here, family. Did y'all see this? If y'all follow me on Twitter, man, y'all seen this. Look how this person comes out and they say, Black Americans, we have American privilege because we don't want to go put on the cape for Palestine. Watch this. They say that just because we don't want to go help a bunch of people who are anti-Black towards us anyway, just because we don't want to go help a bunch of people who don't have our best interests anyway, just because we don't put down our reparations claim to go save the world, that's a bad thing. So now you knew it was coming. Now they got to try to get into trying to shame us. You can't shame certifieds. We too strong. We too big. We go hard. So watch this person right here try to put that jacket on FBA, y'all. Look at this right here. And we got some evidence on this person right here. But I told you, they're going to send out all of these people from all these other communities, and we're going to expose them for what they really are.
If I have learned one thing off of this whole slaughtering that's going on in Palestine right now, is that Black Americans have benefited so much off of this very system we're fighting against here in America that we have adapted the same American entitlement that gives us a lack of empathy and the permission to look the other way. Every single time you say, oh yeah, it's bad, but we need to think about Trump and our rights over here. We need to just focus over here. We can't focus on the genocide going on over there. You're showing your American entitlement. You're showing your American privilege. You're showing that you're addicted to your comforts here. And for the life of me, I'm trying to understand, how do you see us achieving this liberation when you've adapted the same mindset of the people we're actively trying to rise up?
Y'all hearing this? Hold up. Freeze, pause. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, we got some receipts on this person. It's easy work like a part-time job. Easy work. Easy work. This person is trying to say that foundational Black Americans are acting like the oppressor and the colonizer simply for looking out for foundational Black Americans. You'll never hear them say, how come the dominant society doesn't go? You'll never hear them say, how come the people of color never go? It only comes down to us. This shows you again, y'all, they will do anything they can to try to get us on that. Exactly. They want to flip the script on FBA. Hell to the no. You can't flip the script on us. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, ain't happening. This is what they try to do. They will go to any level to try to get FBA to drop what we're doing. This has nothing to do with us going to ride for other people. This has everything to do with us stopping looking out for our people. Once we stop looking out for our people, Black empowerment is gone. And Black empowerment is what they fear the most, because that's the only thing you can do to bring down the system of supremacy.
Like, how are you going to combat inhumanity with inhumanity? How are you going to combat hate with hate? Okay.
How are you? Who hate who? Listen to what this person's saying. How are we going to combat hate with hate? So you trying to put a hate jacket on foundational Black Americans simply because we're not caping for somebody? Look at what we're talking about right now. This is what they're doing. They always do that. They try to find comparative bigotry so they can say, well, y'all Blacks, y'all don't really want to help nobody, so you don't really want your own justice. This is the type of games they play.
I'm sorry, not hate with hate, because you guys will say, oh, no, we do care. So hate with a lack of empathy. How are you going to combat that? And honestly, does it matter if we're saying hate with hate or hate with a lack of empathy when the outcome is still the same?
Damn right it matter. Hell yeah, it matter. Get your words right, because everything you saying is wrong any damn way.
Every single time a member of an oppressed group, a marginalized group, looks the other way from every other oppression, including an act of genocide right now, every single time you do that, what you are doing is giving the world permission to overlook you.
Oh, hell to the no. If you don't get out of here with that, hell to the no. Every single thing you said was cap. Everything. What you need to do, how about you go over there? That's what you need. All these people out here talking about, well, y'all FBA, y'all need to go on over there and go help out. How about you go over there? You know, it's free. Hey, go hop on the plane. If not, go start a GoFundMe and maybe you can raise some funds and then you go fly over there and then you go fight. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all notice these people, they always try to kind of talk like they're us. They try to act like, well, I'm one of y'all. That person ain't one of us. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go there because we got some receipts and no reason to delay some good receipts. Let's get right to the receipts. I like getting right to the receipts, fam. That's my favorite part. Y'all was looking at that Fleedman forehead a little bit too. So was I. And that person doesn't look like they're of the lineage, do they? That doesn't look like a certified foundational Black American, does it? That looks like somebody who's trying to speak on foundational Black American culture, and that person fled their homeland. That person did some running they damn self. And we did some research our damn self, and we come to find out all of that said right there about Black Americans and how we need to fight for other groups and how Black Americans, we have American privilege. Okay. But here's the thing. American privilege from being from America. We did some research on this individual, and we come to find out this person is Jamaican. This is a Caribbean. Look, come on now. Come on. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there all the way. We don't know how to go halfway. Nah, Look at this part. Look at that name. Look at that name, family. Does that look anywhere near a foundational Black American name? Does that look anywhere near what a foundational Black American dress like, act like, walk like, talk like? If you thinking hell to the no, I'm thinking hell to the no right along with you. This all came from somebody who fled their own homeland anyway? Wait a minute. You're not even in your homeland and you're talking about American privilege. You wouldn't have American anything if it wasn't for foundational Black Americans. So nah, you're going to have to try another one. You're going to have to come somewhere else. That play right there ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. So they don't like the fact that a couple years ago, that would work. A couple years ago, people would have let that slide. It would have been all good. They would have been like, hey, man, that's good. We understand. You know, you must be of the lineage. This generation right here, y'all know what we've been doing. We've been checking all the hairlines. We've been checking all the paperwork. And that paperwork came back, and that paperwork is extremely tethered. That hairline and forehead came back, and it's extremely non-foundational Black American. So guess what, y'all? That is another person who has been exposed, and that's what we do. We expose them every day of the week, and we don't know anything other than that. Family, if you don't expose these people, they're going to run down the block. They're going to keep it up. They're going to keep on trying to play these games. We ain't about playing games, family. We all about being certified and excellent. So this is the type of thing that they've been trying to do to get us all involved. But there's been people coming out the woodwork. I mean, just saying everything. That's one angle that they've been trying to hit us with. The why don't y'all care? Y'all got American privilege. That's just one little angle that they think is going to work on foundational Black Americans, and it ain't. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to come with something better, something way better than that, because we ain't falling for that. Never, not at all. That's just not the way we are at all. Foundational Black Americans, we too certified for that one, homie. So you're going to have to try another one. But they got a bunch of other people coming out, and these people are trying to get foundational Black Americans on board with that little skirmish. Family, let me say this clear. That situation has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with us, and what we're not doing nowadays, we're not putting supremacy in two different boxes. We see it as one, straight up. We're not picking sides when both sides don't rock with us. That's not what we on. Foundational Black Americans, we staying straight with it. We're staying focused on what we got to do. And no matter who comes around, we're going to stay focused on our business. Check this out. You got more people coming out. Look at this person right here trying to tell foundational Black Americans that we need to get involved. This is who they throw at us, y'all.
Me that after 11 weeks of relentless devastation and destruction in Gaza, after almost 20,000 civilians have been slaughtered, that there are still people in my comments debating whether or not Black Americans should support Gaza. It made more sense to be unsure in early October when many of us just started paying attention to this situation. It may have been difficult to narrow down who deserves our support because Hamas had just made their brutal.
I'm questioning this guy's lineage too. I'm going to keep it a buck. We're going to go ahead and say it. I'm questioning this guy's lineage as well. This is what they doing, y'all. This is who they trying to throw at us. They throwing all these people, very suspect individuals. And look how he's trying to hit us with the pro-Black. Man, you know, I'm just up in here wondering if what we need to do is, brother, you ain't talking nothing that we ain't never heard, homeboy. And matter of fact, that dude looking real non-FBA. So now you see the tethers trying to get us involved in this situation.
Attack. And of course, the Western media outlets made sure everybody knew about it. But after 11 weeks of constant devastation, how are people still asking, well, what about the way they treat Black people in Palestine? Two things. Number one, this is a textbook case of whataboutism. Whataboutism is the practice of responding to a difficult question by raising a different issue.
This ain't whataboutism. This is a what-ism. And the fact is these people don't rock with foundationals. Don't ever let somebody try to make you stand up for somebody who ain't never stood up for you. That's the game they've been running on Black folks for years. Getting us involved in everything that has nothing to do with us, no favor. It's still the slave culture. They want foundational Black Americans to do all the heavy lifting while these people don't do a damn thing. Nobody's going to shame us. Family, they are trying to use tethers to get us involved in a conflict in the Middle East. You see what they're doing? They're bringing in everybody. Old rappers, no good rappers, whack rappers, tethers, big ass foreheads, no hairlines. Anything they can do to get foundational Black Americans to jump into something that does not benefit us. Hell to the no.
Difficult topic is being challenged to honor the human dignity of Palestinians. The response is, well, what about how they treat Black people over there? Which leads me to number two. What about how they treat Black people over there? Doesn't that?
This man just said it don't even matter how they treat Black people. This man is trying to talk like he pro-Black. He seems like he's pro-Fleer. And he's trying to tell foundational Black Americans, what do it matter? He said, what does it matter how they treat Black people? So we should just do anything for anybody at any time. Man, if you don't get the hell out of here with that one, hell to the no. That ain't it. Look at this one. Oh, yeah, this big one. Look at this right here.
So for the Black people who are like, why the fuck should I care about Palestine? Maybe we the next Palestine. I don't know if you know this. So Palestinians had their land completely taken away from them. Okay? Now hold on now. Before you're like, this not my land, stay with me. We know this is the indigenous folks' land. And if you just found that out.
We are the indigenous people. This person don't even know what indigenous is and who the indigenous are. Trying to talk to us about Blackness. This is why we delineate. This is why we separate, because of people like this.
Oh, well, I guess the American education system is working just like it planned, right? Anyway.
I can tell that the American fast food system is working just as it planned.
Palestinians were then confined to the smallest piece of land. From birth, Palestinians are trapped, okay? And that's the part I want to zoom in on. Because if you don't think that this system is designed to keep Black people trapped here in America, you have a lot of decolonizing to do, okay?
This country was built by foundational Black Americans. There ain't nothing to run. There ain't nothing to hide. We ain't got to jump. We ain't got to skip. None of that. This is what we talking about. Notice how she's trying to make us look like we're outsiders in our own country and then trying to talk to us about what foundationals are. We not getting involved in none of those problems, y'all.
This whole I'm a hustle my way out of white supremacy. Let's say that again. I'm a hustle my way out of white supremacy. Let's zoom in on that for a second, all right? You're gonna try to outbeat a system that was made for you to fail.
As a Black American who studies Black history and educates about Black history across the internet, oh my God. I've received the hate comments. I've received the DMs about how they were so surprised and shocked and disappointed in me about my book list about Palestine. Oh, my sweet summer child, bless your heart. I have been talking about Palestine this whole time. Because the Black struggle and the Palestinian struggle is like this. It's like this.
Fam, notice that they can never provide to us any form of evidence to support that. Never. Tell me when. I'm tired of people trying to say, well, y'all know that we are the same and we got the same history. Show me. Show me where that is the same. Tell me one place where foundational Black Americans and these people have ever been on the same page. These people are anti-foundational Black Americans. They want us to get on board with people who are anti-us. That's how pathetic and low that they get when it comes to trying to make FBA drop what we're doing to get involved. Hell to the no again.
In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, Birmingham, Alabama was bombed so much they nicknamed it Bombingham. Palestinians got to drive on separate roads, got to go through checkpoints on those roads. Literally right now, Black farmers across the South, all 2% of them, are being driven off of their land, being forced off of their farmland.
What that got to do with anything? That ain't got nothing to do with anything. And she's talking about Black farmers. If you don't get the hell out of here.
Only once from the indigenous people, now you're trying to steal it again. Palestinians are under the full control of a government that does not see them as human beings. Does that sound familiar? Like, what are we talking?
Okay, let me tell y'all this. We got to go there. Let's go there. When you start talking about the system of supremacy, I'm tired of people talking about the government. They'll say, well, the government over there and our government funds that government and that government. Man, it's about the whole system is about supremacy. That's what it's all about. Don't let nobody try to put it into governments. Once again, we don't take the system of supremacy and try to relegate it to 2 or 3 different governments. It ain't about governments. It's about the whole system. That's what it's about. So when somebody comes around, they try to tell us, well, you know, this is really about our government and their government. Somebody show me. Show me where, anytime, any day that these people have ever had our back. You can't find none because there ain't none. Foundational Black Americans in this generation, we understand that we're dealing with anti-Blackness on every single chord, every single page. War's coming up. Okay, let me say this. A war will come and go. It'll be here today. It'll be gone tomorrow. Both sides are going to be anti-us. Yes, indeed. A war, a conflict, everything is going to come. And both sides are going to be anti-FBA again. That's just the way it goes down. Now, if people don't really want to understand what I'm talking about, then let me put some more receipts on the table. I personally was at King's Day in Columbia, South Carolina, and I'm one of the very, very few Black Americans who actually seen all of this coalition that they talk about. All of this, they're on the same page. All of that, our struggles are the same. And I come to find out that when we were talking about reparations, they were trying to drown us out and talk about a ceasefire. When we were talking about tangibles and we had 40 of us, they showed up literally, fam, with about 100 of them. The authorities were stopping us at the gate and allowing them to walk right on through. The authorities were checking us, and I got some brothers and sisters that weren't even allowed to go in, but they were letting them walk in left and right. That's what I'm saying. Everywhere you see Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, out of nowhere, you'll start seeing these Palestinian protesters show up. You notice they never show up at the MAGA rallies? You notice they never show up at the alt-right rallies? Go show up there. Go show up with the people of color. How come they always show up in areas where foundational Black Americans are? Because they literally are following us. I done put receipts on the table and showed you. They had a flyer, and it was every single King Day event, and they followed us every single place that we were at. They are literally out there hijacking us. Don't be surprised if they try to show up in Freedom Plaza. No lie. Look at this video right here. This is Black Alpha Network exclusive. Y'all remember this. A lot of folks seen it. Look at this. Let's go ahead and talk about this coalition. This is the coalition they talk about, right? I filmed this. This ain't TikTok or Instagram. This is from me. This was in Columbia, South Carolina, when we went there to speak about reparations and to give our certified salutes to Dr. Martin Luther King. And all of them showed up and they were trying to drown us out and talk about a ceasefire. And all of these people who are trying to get us to put on the cape for them, this is the reality that they don't want to address. But guess what? When foundational Black Americans want to show you the real, you can't run, you can't hide, you got to deal with it. Watch this, family. This is it right here. Look how dude's trying to stand in the middle. I want y'all to notice. The guy stands in the middle and he says, reparations. And what he's trying to do was trying to look like an ally so he can blend himself in, tether himself in to our protest. There was a lot of crazy things going on that day, y'all. There was a lot of things going on. We noticed, and I actually did some investigation. I found that the same exact people who were at the church where Joe Biden got interrupted on that Friday, they showed up the next day where we were. And then it came to find out they were following us everywhere we go. And they've been following foundational Black Americans across this whole country so they can steal the movement of reparations and FBA empowerment, and they can replace it with ceasefire and campus protests. That's what they got a problem with. Look. Whoa. Look at this right here. Look who's he's going after. Look at this right here. Look at the authorities, y'all. This is the coalition that they talk about. We're not putting on the cape for nobody. It's hold your own NUTs. That's what it is. There ain't never been no coalition. There ain't been no black and brown. There ain't been no black and green, no black and yellow. It's only been certified BLACK. That's it. Look who the authorities are pushing out and watch the way they walk around everybody else. So when you see these people pop up at all these protests and nobody stops them, it lets you know that they're being invited in so they can dilute all of the attention off of FBA.
If you're getting arrested, you can resist.
I'm not resisting. I'm just talking. Where in the hell did Betty Lice come from? Where in the hell did you find Betty Lice? This was me. That's me right there recording it. Out of nowhere, this lady just pops up and she tells me, if you want to get arrested, then you can resist. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Betty Lice? You better go sit down. She pops up out of nowhere. What do y'all think she is? Let me, there you go. I ain't even have to see. That's why I rock with y'all. I already see it in the chat right now. I ain't even have to ask. That right there. And you see this all across the board, y'all. You see this all across the board. These people will start popping up everywhere where foundational Black Americans are. This is the Black Lives Matter. A lot of these people were working with Black Lives Matter. Yes, they were. A lot of these people were working with Black Lives Matter. It's the same play. And this lady pops up out of nowhere. And then when she shows up, she starts talking about resisting. I said, I ain't resisting nothing. Hell to the no. More. Talking.
But we have to move because they're telling us to evacuate.
What you mean move? Who you ain't even with? I promise y'all, I didn't see this lady walking in. We didn't see her walking out. She showed up out of nowhere. Look behind us, and what do y'all see waving? What do you see waving back there? Yeah, there you go. They were trying to drown us all the way out.
Main Street. And
document it. Man, get the hell out of here. Now she's trying to pull that. I'm on your side. We friends. No, hell no. That's not you too. Because you complicit. Now look, y'all. Here come all the W's. Look at that. Y'all notice when you start seeing a lot of their protests, y'all? Y'all notice a lot of their protests? It'd be a whole bunch of Democrats. See, this is what I'm talking about. When Joe Biden has a speech and out of nowhere, they keep getting interrupted by all of these people. And then when you turn around and we are at an actual King Day event, this was about Dr. Martin Luther King. This was not about no ceasefire. This was about Dr. Martin Luther King and foundational Black Americans. This was not about what's going on in the Middle East. Ain't it funny how when we're standing on our business, these people pop up where we're at? And then when we're standing on our business on the other side of the country, here they come again. I'm telling y'all, family, this is the way the game goes. This guy starts arguing with us.
You complicit. All y'all complicit. All y'all complicit. All y'all fucking
all the money that you gave me.
Look what that lady says. She says, I'm on your side. Notice how she had to put that in there. Look at all these people, family. Look at all these people who start popping up. They start popping up talking about, I'm on your side. We all friends. Can't we all get along? And then look at this guy. What's he doing? Out of all of this, look at this guy's face. He's got the flag. Look at his face. He pulls out his phone. He watching the whole thing. This guy was recording it. That's why when you got on the internet, when you start going back and combing the footage, when you look at all the footage, family, what do you start to see? You start to see a whole bunch of people that were recording it, and they were not with us. This is the game they was playing.
I don't care about y'all war. That's not my war. We don't support Black Lives Matter.
That guy right there starts trying to tell us Black Lives Matter. I told you it was Black Lives Matter, family. I said it was Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is trying to rebrand themselves in the Palestinian protest, so therefore they can come back to foundational Black Americans and shift the energy. They know that they've been exposed and they've been compromised. In the last election, we ran them so far out the paint that they got to blend in now with this Palestinian campus protest. And now they can try to say, well, we all on the same team as y'all. Nope, hell to the no, not at all, never. Check it out, family. They were still going. This guy tries to tell us I was with Black Lives Matter. And we like, we ain't Black Lives Matter.
We don't support Black Lives Matter. We march with y'all. We don't mess with We're not Black Lives Matter. At all. We're not Black Lives Matter. Oh, that's you.
It's the NAACP.
Boom. Check it out, fam. That right there, that ain't somebody on TikTok trying to tell us about some fake coalition. No. That was me personally there with my brothers and sisters, and we all seen what was really going on. We all seen what was really, really happening. And what was happening, y'all, it was the same exact thing that we always talk about. They was trying to run game on us, but they can't do it. We was too certified. We was standing on business. We was really, really representing. And we knew who all the ops were, and we knew what direction they was coming from. That is what it is. But goes to show you, fam, when I say that they've been sending out Black Lives Matter, and they've been trying to slide them folks in to the Palestinian protest, and that tether that was saying all that stuff about we need to go fight and we need to go do this. Okay, we ain't done. Check this out. This shows you right here, y'all. This guy, I think y'all might have seen this dude. Y'all might have seen this dude. Have y'all seen this dude right here that popped up? And he is one of the people from Columbia University, all those Columbia protests. Look at this guy right here. This dude right here, family, was running around, and he is a Black Lives Matter, clearly a Black Lives Matter agent, clearly Black Lives Matter. Well, this guy's been running around here at Columbia University, all the protests. And by the way, all the stuff they're doing at them protests, y'all know damn well they're being allowed to do all of that. Because the foundational Black Americans was knocking down the flag, pulling the flag off, wouldn't be none of that at all. But this goes to show you the type of games they play. This guy right here is a Black Lives Matter agent. But guess what? He is also the guy who's leading all those protests that you see at Columbia University. Everything you seen at Columbia University, this dude right here been all in the mix. Yes, he has. And he actually got expelled basically because he's out there talking that reckless talk. That same stuff that Black Lives Matter was doing when they was showing up out of nowhere. Y'all remember that? Black Lives Matter show up, start talking about knocking things down, start talking about, man, we need to, y'all know, they was shifting the energy. They was coming around us saying, well, you know, it ain't really about foundational Black Americans. What we really need to do is that we need to stop all of the Zionists. What we really need to do is we need to defund the police. This is what they're doing now, but they can't do that amongst us. They got to go against other people and bring them in. This dude right here completely got exposed. He got completely exposed, and he got highlighted for this right here. Look at this. Columbia banned student protester who said Zionists don't deserve to you know what. I ain't even going to say it. This dude's been running around on the internet, and he's been making all types of wild threats, and he's been talking about my people. See, you got to be careful, family. They'll start saying things like my people. And my people, what he's really meaning, he's saying, I'm speaking on behalf of Black Americans. This is why we've been separating from these folks. He's saying that as a Black American, we stand with the Palestinian movement, and I am a spokesperson. Y'all remember all them people from Black Lives Matter? Yeah, let's go back. Let's go way back to Ferguson. Y'all remember Black folks who are grassroots? This ain't nothing new. The grassroots been the ones who leading, and then they always send in these fake people. It's the same thing with hip hop. They'll send in Drake, they'll send in Macklemore, all these people. They'll do the same thing with this. Y'all remember black folks was putting in that work in Ferguson, and then out of nowhere, what happened? You start seeing people show up having microphones and cameras. Didn't nobody know who they were. They was like, who the hell is this dude? This dude to show up and say, I'm the leader. Y'all remember D-Ray? Y'all remember D-Ray? All them Black Lives Matter folks were just popping up out the blue. We didn't know who these people were. We didn't know where they came from. All we know is that they was showing up, family. As soon as they showed up, they was trying to take the energy away from injustices and black empowerment, and they was shifting it on to every community. Difference is we ran them out the paint in 2020. They can't come around us no more. So they started saying, let's sprinkle in these Black Lives Matter agents all in the Palestinian protests. We'll put them in the Palestinian protests and let them speak on behalf of black Americans over there. They can't speak on behalf of us right here. So now they're trying to use them to speak on behalf of us over there. Guess what we did though? Let's go, fam. We got tether number 1, tether number 2, and number 3. Okay. When we did some research on this guy, and by the way, this dude's super moist. Look at that right there, family. Kamina James or whatever. Went to Columbia University, studied at University of the West Indies, lives in New York, and from Kingston, Jamaica. One more time. So just like the lady that was in the car talking about American privilege is a non-foundational black Americans, it's the same exact way this person right here is speaking on our business and is a non-foundational black American. This is what we talking about. We know who is about that business. We know who about that life. And now they're sending in these tethers from all different types of communities, and they're trying to speak on FBA. They didn't think that we'd be able to pull out them receipts. Shit, we own it all day, every day. That right there, family. So whenever you see these black folks popping up at these protests out of nowhere, these strange individuals, and they start saying that they are speaking on behalf of black people, they start saying, as a black person, I stand with the Palestinian struggle. As a black person, I stand with what's going on in the Middle East. Understand this. Those people are nothing more than Black Lives Matter rebranded agents. That's all it is, y'all. All it is. I'm telling you, it's a very deep game, and these folks been on it. Look at this right here, fam. It don't stop. Check this out. This is what I was telling you. This is what I was telling you right here. Look at that. This was the MLK Day, the whole week. This shows you that they were following us. Y'all know I got them receipts. They were following us. That is literally footage of them literally following us everywhere we went. It did not matter. They literally had a whole thing planned out telling everybody, we're going to be over there where foundational black Americans are. We're going to be over there where foundational black Americans are. And we're going to be right over there where foundational black Americans are. They knew every single King Day event and how to get there so they can show up and try to take our energy away. That is what they be doing. And then when you see people like that, that's what I'm talking about. That was right there. That's the Palestinians, right? And then you turn around and you see people right here. Look at this. Didn't I say family ain't nothing new under the sun? Didn't I say people will show up out of nowhere in 2020 and 2012 and they'll be Black Lives Matter? Somehow they'd have a microphone. Somehow they'd have a camera. And out of nowhere, people will be talking about them. Look at this guy right here.
Hey, my name is TNT. I'm a black American.
TNT? Who the hell is TNT? Who the hell is TNT? Listen to what he said. Family, focus on what he said. The first things he says is, I am TNT and I'm a black American. I told you they have to act like there are spokespeople. He couldn't just say, I'm sticking up for Palestinians. He couldn't just say, I'm here for them. He had to make it clear, I'm speaking on behalf of black Americans. So you got the ones on TikTok who are doing that, and then you got people like this. Listen to what he says. I am TNT. Who the hell is that, by the way? Everybody got the cameras on him. He got a megaphone. Look, hey, don't that look like the W woman who popped up when I was out there in Columbia, South Carolina? Same thing. They always got a handler. They always pop up out of nowhere. He says, I'm TNT and I'm a black American. Basically saying I'm a spokesperson. Anytime they show up and say I'm a black American, they really mean I'm really just the spokesperson for black folks. And by the way, I'm looking at that hairline, and that hairline looks like it comes from Nairobi.
Hey, my name is TNT. I'm a black American. And I stand with Palestine.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. That's what they're trying to do and trying to get us involved in all of that. We ain't falling for none of that. They're going to have to try something better. That's real weak. That right there is the same play. I'm telling you, they don't do nothing different. The dominant society will run that same game over and over and over. It does not matter, y'all. They always try to get FBA on that type of timeline. That does not work. They know damn well every day that FBA is not falling for those games. They know damn well FBA ain't going for none of them tricks. So they send all these people out. Family, did y'all see this video right here? I'm going to show y'all this. This goes to show you another person. This lady right here, she was getting some commencement speech or something like that. Look at this right here. I want y'all to see them slide this in again. They always got something. This is why we regulate. This is why we delineate. This is why we G-check. Look at this lady right here, family. Watch how she slides in something about Palestine. Watch.
Black faces in high places are not going to
Starts off talking about black people again.
save us. Just look at the black proponents of Cop City in Atlanta's leadership class. Black faces in high places are not going to save us. Just look at the black woman's hand, ambassador at the UN, voting against a ceasefire in Gaza.
What? What that got to do with anything? Look how she threw that in there, y'all. Look how she threw that in there. You see it. This is what we talking about. Notice how she tried to do that. She started off talking about black people, black faces in high places. And then she tried to start talking about Cop City in Atlanta. How you go from Atlanta to Palestine in 2 minutes? Not even 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Come on.
Just look at the black woman's hand, ambassador at the UN, voting against a ceasefire in Gaza. That is, our blackness and our womanness are not in themselves trustworthy.
What is this woman talking about? Literally, I have no clue what she's trying to say. Somehow she went from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to Palestine. She started talking about black faces. Now she's talking about how black people and black womanness is not to be trusted. What the hell does that got to do with anything? This shows you these people are sending in these agents, these fake spokespeople everywhere you go, and we are on it to the point they cannot hide.
That is, our blackness and our womanness are not in themselves trustworthy. If we allow ourselves to be conscripted into positions of power that maintain the oppressive status quo, our blackness and womanness are not themselves trustworthy if we support the occupation of black neighborhoods with so-called better trained police, or remain silent about the genocide of oppressed peoples around the world funded by our tax.
Freeze. That's what I was talking about. You knew they was going to get to that. That's what we saying, family. I'm not playing this game about the oppressed people of the world. Let's make this clear. All victims of supremacy are not created equal, all right? And then on top of that, you also have anti-blackness. What you dealing with, fam, and what nobody ever wants to talk about is that you have a lot of things at play. One of the main things that you do have at play in the system of supremacy, you have people who are a part of supremacy. Then you have people who are minions of supremacy, puppets of supremacy, and even all of them are still anti-black. It doesn't even matter. This little thing where the government, tax-paying dollars, the only thing I'm worried about is that we're tax-paying citizens and this government owes me reparations. We're not going to sit here and take the system of supremacy and put it off on the government, okay? We're not going to take anti-blackness and put it off on the government. When you start talking about how people feel about black people, you can go to one side of the earth, the other side of the earth. The same person that comes over here, we deal with it every day. You got people who come over here, hop the border, get called all types of names from the dominant society. They turn around and get mad at us. This little notion that it's about supremacy. Let me tell you this. What they got going on over there is what they got going on over there. That ain't got nothing to do with foundational Black Americans. Because I guarantee you, if you went in between both of these groups, both of them are going to have anti-FBA sentiments amongst themselves. We're not playing favorite racist. We're not playing favorite brown person. Only thing we focus on is certified foundational Black Americans. I'm tired of that because they want to talk about the oppressed people of the world. Well, then the oppressed people of the world need to handle their own business and hold their own NUTs. Because we have dealt with more than anybody, and we're out here doing it by ourselves. And at the same time, all of these people who are the oppressed people, they don't like us neither. They don't like us neither. I'm telling you, dictators come and go. People are still anti-FBA. Wars come and go. These people are still anti-FBA. So what I see is the oppressed people of the world, they anti-Black too. And I don't care if you're the oppressor or you're the oppressed. You are anti-Black, then you ain't on our side. That part. This is what we on, family. Everybody got to understand that all the way across the board. So when they try to hit us with these oppressed people of the world and we need to stand up for these people, no. These people don't never stand up for us. And y'all know for a fact, and we done put receipts on the table, show me the footage. Show me the footage of these people out here marching with foundational Black Americans on some real stuff. Not something that's powerless. Something, whoa, tell me where you seen it. We've been around a long time, and I ain't seen one photograph. I ain't seen one painting. I ain't seen one picture. I ain't seen one with color pencil. I ain't seen one with crayon. Somebody show me the picture of any of these other groups out here standing next to foundational Black Americans, out here really stomping with foundational Black Americans. There ain't none. What we did see, and I just showed it, this updated, this real time. I just showed you one from January where these people are out there trying to drown us out and trying to put their little issues above ours. Those are the real facts. Everything else that they talking about, you don't never see none of that. You don't never see it at all. We got receipts on these people. And what it come down to is they can hold their own because foundational Black Americans, we've been holding our own. See, that's the difference. You're dealing with people who hold their own versus people who can't. And if they can't, too bad.
Hey, Black folk. Y'all's allyship should not be transactional either. I get it. We're tired of being there for everybody and nobody's ever there for us. Yeah, it sucks. Your allyship, your moral code, your moral values should not be transactional. You do not only help people because you expect them to help you back. Injustice begets injustice. We cannot take on the stance of our oppressor because we feel like no one is ever on our side.
There we go with more of that babble. More of that babble. And by the way, I'm looking at that hairline too. Man, there's a very, very, very consistent thing here with these hairlines. All of these people talking. This person said, it don't even matter. They say you should just help any damn body. Even if somebody does not help you, you need to go and help them. This is what this person is telling us, family. This person is saying, even if nobody is helping you back, Black folks, you need to go ahead and go help them anyway. And we need to once and for all call these people out, and that's what we're going to continue to do, and they're going to continue to be mad about it, but they're going to have to deal with it.
In solidarity. That's not how this is supposed to work. If we are the freedom fighters and the liberators and the social change makers that we claim we are, that we consistently want to be, this, oh, they don't help us, we can't help them, we can't take a stance, has to end. We got to dead it. Because not only is it untrue, as Palestinians have stood by us time and time again, even as recently as the 2020 protests.
When have these people ever stood by us, family? You ain't got no evidence. They just talking. This is what we talk about. This is why we call it babble. This is why we call it ranting. These people still are not providing us no evidence of these people standing by us. They always talk about, well, they stood by us during the George Floyd protest. No, they didn't. They used the George Floyd protest so they can shine a light on their own issues. Come on, let's not play these games.
Where they're giving us tips on how to deal with the police because their oppressor and our oppressor are trained together. It is sick and unfair. Allyship is not transactional. Doesn't matter if you are a part of the LGBTQ community and people are saying, oh, well, they would condemn you there. Or if you're Black and you're in this.
Oh, there you go. You knew it was coming. You knew she was about to throw in the other community. Listen, whoa, this is what this is all about. Hold up. You already know, fam. You know there's always an agenda. You know there's always an agenda. Listen to what she sneaked in there.
If you are a part of the LGBTQ community and people are saying, oh, part of the LGBT community, and people are saying, oh, well, they would condemn you there. Or if you're Black and you're in this weird mentality of, well, they don't stand by us, it doesn't matter. Because right now, a crime, a injustice, a genocide is happening, and we should have the moral fiber to stand up against that regard.
Boom. See? So let's go there, fam. So what we have here is that we have the Skittles bag community. We have tethers. We have non-FBA. Have you seen one foundational Black American talking any of this talk? Have you seen one foundational Black American speaking on any of this? Or is every single person that you see a non-FBA? Every single person that you see is someone who's not of the culture. This is why we delineate. I'm telling y'all, fam, delineation is a talent. Delineation is a skill. You got to separate and delineate, and you got to know how to do it. That's what I like about what we're doing right now, fam. We are really out here holding it down in the best way because we understand that when it boils all the way down, we see through everything they're doing. Let me tell you how we see through it. Look at this right here. When we say, fam, that these folks is up to something, look at this. Look at this. This is why they were out there talking about George Floyd. Notice how right there, they got that right there with George Floyd on the left, right? But go ahead and look over to your right, and what do you see? Next thing you know, family, you see that right there. You see them throwing in somebody else. They did not stand with George Floyd. They put up that George Floyd picture so they can try to get all of the attention on their community. You see, the same way she was just talking about her community. And then the person before that with the hairline was talking about their community. You see it again and again and again. These people are only talking about things that benefit them, and they try to throw in foundational Black Americans in the process. And then they get mad when we don't fall for it. Well, you're going to be mad. You're going to be real mad because we ain't falling for none of that. None of that at all. So this goes to show you in this era and this generation, fam, we are moving along real good. And notice how we said these people start popping up everywhere, right? We said it's real strange, right? Real strange, these people pop up everywhere. Look at this video right here. This video goes to show you again. This was at the Barack Obama 2.0, Hakeem Jeffries. Look at this right here, fam. Notice that the Palestinian protesters popped up here too. Look. Look at this. Look at these flags. It says Black activists confront Hakeem Jeffries for his imperialistic policies in Gaza and Haiti. Look at these flags, family. These are not FBA flags. These are not FBA flags. Look who's popping up out of nowhere. These ain't FBA flags. Again, they talking about Black. These are not foundational Black Americans.
President Biden's leadership.
You're a war criminal.
Another non-FBA. That ain't no Black American. I thought it just said Black people. That's not a Black person. Hold up.
How do you sleep at night?
Look at this guy right here. Goes to show you again, fam. They're trying to crowbar these people into our movement.
Take it out!
Notice what they said, fam. They keep throwing in government. I told you what Tariq said when he be getting on the folks. He be like, it's the government. They always use the government. See, they use the government as a shield for supremacy. We don't see the governments. We see supremacy. That's what we see. We're focused on the system of supremacy. Anytime someone tries to hit you with it's the government, you know they lying. That's what all the people say when they come over here. Oh, it's not my fault. It's the government. Oh, it's not actually the system of supremacy. It's the government. Oh, we should fight for them because our government and their government are all the same. They always want to use the government as some type of, play that they can get all on the same page with. They want foundational Black Americans to fall for that. Foundational Black Americans ain't going for that game, man. Hell no. Why? Because we know straight up and down, it ain't about the government because all the governments operate under the system of supremacy any damn way. G-check. So we understand that. It's all about us as foundational Black Americans, and then we highlight and we spotlight everybody who's anti-us on that type of accord. Check this out, though, right here, family. We're not done. Remember I said it was Black Lives Matter, right? Remember I said Black Lives Matter were out there, and they're putting Black Lives Matter agents, all those people right there, okay? All of them. Those are all Black Lives Matter agents, all right? The person you seen before that, talking about the Skittles bag community, that's a Black Lives Matter agent. The people that we seen in Columbia, South Carolina, those were Black Lives Matter agents. But we ain't done. Look at this right here. This was a Palestinian girl. And she starts talking about everything that's going on. You ain't lying. It's the government. Yes, indeed. That's what they always try to pull. How many times do you hear them saying, our government and their government and their government and their government? Man, it's about supremacy. That lets you know, family, that these people ain't on our page. Watch this chick right here. She starts talking about the Palestinian movement, but then she even admits that she was with the Black Lives Matter protest. I'm going to show you a direct line between the Black Lives Matter movement and the Palestinian movement right now today and show you these are the same. Watch how she admits it.
To what happened at UCLA. I don't think they are, but I don't know if other Palestinians are feeling like this if they were there. But holy fuck, it was so bad. And I'm not even upset about like what the police did because they did the same thing to us during the BLM protest and it did not hit me like this. I think what it
Whoa, wait a minute now. What did she just say? Did she say the police did the same exact thing to her during the BLM protest? Wait a minute. I thought that the Palestinian protests and the Black Lives Matter were two different things. I thought that the Palestinian protests and the Black Lives Matter protests were 4 years apart. This person right here is admitting that she was one of those W's who were showing up at the Black Lives Matter protests and were trying to take all of the energy away from Black American issues. If you listen to them long enough, they will expose themselves.
During the BLM protest, and it did not hit me like this because they did the same thing to us during the BLM protest, and it did not hit me like this. I think what it was watching like thousands and thousands of people cheering on the police. Like, yeah, I have to remind myself constantly, like, people were counter-protesting the civil rights movement. People were standing out of Ruby Bridges school, literally shooting civil rights leaders.
There you go. Now here they go, family, trying to do what? They're going to try to turn it into them. Look how they're piggybacking off of our struggles. They're riding the coattails of foundational Black Americans. That's all they do. Now she starts talking about our civil rights here. What about your own? How about yours? How come you ain't trying to speak on your people? Let me hear about your activists. They always want to start talking about foundational Black Americans, and they want to talk about our civil rights leaders. It's funny how when they start talking about our civil rights leaders, they don't bring up how when foundational Black Americans, myself included, were representing our civil rights icon, Dr. Martin Luther King, they jumped in and they tried to drown us out. That's how they really feel. These people are not down with foundational Black Americans. It's about what they can get from foundational Black Americans.
For protesting for Black rights. Like, I have to remember that historically there will always be people who are on the wrong side and that who truly believe in their own deception and lies. I feel so close to the people who are like experienced the BLM movement as a Black person because it's like, holy shit, I'm literally fighting for my human rights.
Oh, get the hell out of here. Man, you better try another one. Listen to how she literally, family, went right down the list and admitted she was a Black Lives Matter person. So when I say that Black Lives Matter and the Palestinian protests are both the same, and they are both used to try to dilute and steal and shift the energy away from our B1 Black Empowerment Certified Black Society movement right there. She just told you she was. You see the same stuff. It literally is the same people. All these folks with pink hair, blonde hair, blue hair, they show up running around talking about no justice, no peace, all them old outdated terms. It's the same exact folks. And then what do? They say Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Huey Newton. These people always try to use our foundational Black American icons to try to justify and bring legitimacy to their movements. If you ask anybody in the world, do foundational Black Americans deal with any type of race problem? They say, oh, there's no race. Pick yourself up by the bootstrap. But anytime they got a problem, they're like, oh, it's just like the Blacks. It's funny how they only acknowledge the injustices that occur to us whenever they can legitimize their low-key struggles, let's be real. And then when it comes down to our real issues, they try to downplay it in the process. We ain't going for none of that. Not at all. Look at this right here, man. And they was coming out, man. I'm sorry to have to do this, y'all, but I'm going to have to show y'all this damn video. What is Mos Def doing? Let's talk about these black folks who out here caping. Y'all remember Mos Def, the rapper? Why Mos Def, who I think is from Brooklyn, look at Mos Def out here literally crying. Have you seen him cry about reparations? Has he cried about Tamir Rice? Has he cried about Corinne Gaines? Oh, no. But watch him crying for Palestine.
Oh, Lord, our protection is by your love and by the might of your help. Be for us and do not be against us. Do not leave us to ourselves for a single instant.
This man is literally crying, y'all. This is how bad it has gotten. This man is literally, genuinely crying. This is why foundational Black Americans delineate again, y'all. Hell to the yeah. This shows y'all, man, the type of time these people are on, and it shows you the type of time we're on. They are always trying to steal from us. Look at this right here. If you support the protest for the civil rights Black Americans, this is what they writing, y'all. Look at this. They show us during the civil rights era, they say, then you should be supporting the protest, supporting the Free Palestine movement. And then they show them singing and dancing and trying to steal our spirituals. Come on. It don't stop. This is the difference between us and the difference between them. And that's just one of many. Yes, indeed. So you see already, fam, they'll do whatever it takes to try to eat off of our plate, because that's what it's about. It's about eating off the plate of foundational Black Americans. It's about stealing from foundational Black Americans. It's about taking the energy that we create and somehow putting that energy over where you're from, where you're at. But we don't go for that in this era, so they're having a real hard time, a real difficult time. They can't get past it, and nor will they ever, because foundational Black Americans are that strong, and we're moving on that accord. But I already showed you a receipt about how they feel about FBA. Well, let me show you another receipt about how they feel about Black people in general. You know one thing I like to do on the Black Alpha Network? I don't like just dropping receipts from what we say. Let's show receipts on what they say. Y'all know that there's Black Palestinians. And we know that Black Palestinians, they deal with anti-Black racism. All this stuff of we the same, the government's out to get us, our governments are against us all, the oppressed people of the world. But let me show you something about the oppressed people of the world. Let me show you real quick that when it comes to foundational Black Americans and when it comes to Black people in general, when it comes to that conflict over there in the Middle East, the same conflict you're seeing on those campuses, let me tell you one thing. If you go to this side, that group is anti-Black. And if you go to that side, they're anti-Black. So when there's a conflict in two sides and they're both anti-Black, then foundational Black Americans won't be no part of it. Look at this right here, family. This shows you how they really feel. 11,000 Black Palestinians live in Gaza neighborhood called Al Abid, which means slaves in Arabic. Yes, indeed. There are thousands of Black Palestinians. Do you ever hear about them? Or do you only hear them talking about Martin Luther King? Or do you only hear them talking about Malcolm X? Or do you only hear them trying to talk about us? How about you talk about the Black Palestinians? How about that?
Hood in Gaza. On the Gaza. So there is a neighborhood in Gaza, on the Gaza Strip, where 11,000 Afro-Palestinians live. It is called Al Abib. You know what that means? Slave. Yes, that is where Black people live. And that is what the Arabics called that neighborhood, slaves, the land of the slaves. I'm going to drop the articles so you can hear from Afro-Palestinians how they're treated in Palestine. It is very similar to how we're treated right here in America, okay? You're going to hear stories of Afro-Palestinians being pulled out of taxi cab and searched because they were Black.
Wait a minute. I thought they said that the Palestinians were treated the same way Black Americans are treated. it comes to see that the black Palestinians are treated very, very bad. It seems like the Palestinians that we see who come over here and try to get us on board with their movement, they don't treat the black people in their home too good. Don't that sound like the same thing that goes on down in Mexico? What about the Afro-Mexicans? Do you ever hear about them? Do you hear about the Afro-Palestinians? How come you don't hear about any of these people, but they turn around and talk about how the black Americans need to help them, but they don't like the blacks who are in their own homeland? You're not anti-black on one side of the street, and then you cross the street and you become a friend. You're really a foe.
You're going to hear stories of Afro-Palestinians telling you how when black Palestinian women walk down the street, they call them out their name, okay, by their skin color. Chocolate, cappuccino, hey, cappuccino, hey, chocolate, hey, black. But the neighborhood, if that doesn't reach you, melanated dominant people, can you imagine 11,000 black Palestinians looking just like you, being humiliated?
Racist to black people. If you look around.
Wait a minute now. This ain't us saying it. This is one of their people.
Humiliated.
Palestinians are racist to black people. If you look around, it's black people that are out there advocating for the rights of Palestinians. This should be a lesson for Palestinians and the Arab community in general.
Hey, black. But the neighborhood, if that doesn't reach you, melanated Palestinians looking just like you, being humiliated.
Palestinians are racist to black people. If you look around, it's black people that are out there advocating for the rights of Palestinians. This should be a lesson for Palestinians and the Arab community in general. So stop being racist towards black people. Allah says He will not change a people until they change themselves. So if you're there making dua saying, oh Allah, why are the Israeli soldiers racist to the Arabs and they're doing all of these things to the Palestinian people, and you can't understand why this is happening, you as an Arab, you as a Palestinian, how many of you are racist to people that are black Palestinians?
Boom. Look at this right here. Black Palestinians share the racism they endure in Gaza and the West Bank. The guy says this road was called the Street of the Blacks. Why are they of the blacks? I thought they was all the same. Okay. This is the same people. This is the same people. He said because most of us people who lived here were like us, black people. These are black Palestinians, family. As a girl with black skin living in the Gaza Strip, I suffered from racism as a child until this day. I suffer from racism because of reasons I don't understand or know myself. Let's not fool ourselves and say that. This is a black man. Racism is not an issue in a Palestinian society. It exists today, but perhaps less than it was 20 to 55 years ago. During my childhood, I heard words from other kids. They said, hey, blackie, hey, you little chocolate. Damn. It's funny, though, because all those folks that was doing all that caping, doing all that capping, doing all that babbling, doing all that ranting, all of them folks, you ain't seen not one of them come around and talk about that. I mean, did that just fall from the sky? I mean, did that just get here? Or are they going around all the black people? See, the thing is, they want to come and shame foundational black Americans. They want to come and try to tell us that we're bad for not helping the Palestinians here in America. But in reality, they're bad because they don't help the black people who are there in Palestine themselves. So who's the one with the problem here? Is it foundational black Americans who've been out here going through all types of subterfuge and deception, dealing with the worst conditions, brutalized and oppressed right here in our homeland that we built and created? The fact that we get knocked down, get up, dust ourselves off, the fact that we've lended ourselves to every single movement on the planet Earth, and now we're saying we're tired, we ain't doing that no more, we're going to focus on ourselves. Are we the problem? Or is it all these COONs who start waving that flag for everybody, but they not waving the flag for the black folks right there in Palestine themselves? Seems like y'all the problem. Foundationals, we good. We handling our business. We done helped enough. Y'all had 500 years of FBA helping everybody other than FBA. And now y'all want to cry and get upset after 1 year of us saying hell to the no. You better go deal with that. You better go sit down. FBA is going to be focused on FBA. That's 24/7, 365. You ain't got to like it. You ain't got to love it, but you got to deal with it. I suggest what they do is go help all the Black Palestinians, because it seems like the Black Palestinians, they got it bad. And I guarantee you one thing, the Black Palestinians would probably prefer that all of the Black Lives Matter people go help them out instead of being over here worrying and trying to stress us out about nonsense. Checkmate. Look at this right here, family. That right there is an article. Black Palestinians shrug off racism. They got Black Palestinians all over there, family, but don't nobody say nothing about them. You know why? Because if you acknowledge what the Black Palestinians are dealing with, then you know foundational Black Americans ain't gonna put on the cape for you. They know damn well what time it is. They know damn well the way they run from it, and they know damn well that certified foundational Black Americans, we ain't lending nothing to nobody. If you want some help, you better help yourself. If you got an issue, you better go have it with your own people, because we're going to be focusing on our own 24/7, 365, every day and twice on Sunday. So in other words, in my certified translation, what I'm really trying to say is that you can go ahead and hold them as well. It is H.Y.O.N season, and everybody going to have to hold their own. They just going to have to deal with it, and foundational Black Americans is just going to have to be who we are. That's what it is. There's not a soul on this planet that's going to get us to drop that right there. Ain't going to happen. What we going to do is we going to stay true to the game, and we going to go ahead and regulate the way we want to. You ain't got to like it, I'm telling you. But this is just what it is, y'all. This is what it is. It's a new era. It's a new time. It's a new generation. These people got to hold them, because we ain't out here tap dancing. We ain't out here running around. We seen what that gets us. What does that get us, family? What has it ever got foundational Black Americans to put our own issues to the side? It ain't never got us nothing, y'all. It ain't never got us anywhere. The only thing that has ever got us, y'all, by putting our issues to the side and focusing on everybody else, the only thing that has got us is these people come over here and they disrespect us. They disrespect us in our own homeland and our own culture. By not allowing people to hold their own, that's put us in these predicaments that we in right now. So what we got to do is that we got to make sure that they hold their own, and then they'll be in their own situations. I mean, it all works itself out. It all works itself out. You take care of your own household, I'm going to take care of my household. If you take care of your household and it don't work and it go bad for you, too bad, so sad. Because foundational Black Americans, we've been doing a damn good thing. We've been taking care of our own so good, y'all, they wouldn't even be over here if we weren't. They wouldn't even be here. If foundational Black Americans weren't doing what we do, they would not be here. So the days of trying to piggyback off of our struggle, the days of trying to eat off of our plate, them days are over. We're not caping for no conflicts. We're not caping for no other communities. We ain't caping for no individuals. You better get it on your own, or you better stay home. That's the way it is right here in these streets. Because, fam, when we do this, what do they end up doing, y'all? What do they end up doing? We end up dealing with this, don't we? Look at this right here. Don't everybody come over here and steal from us? Don't they? Look at that right there, y'all. Look at that. Look at that right there. Come on. Tell me what's up. Look how, the same way you seen that girl talking about she was with Black Lives Matter, and then what did she start talking about? All the Black civil rights leaders. All these people do is they steal from our culture. They steal from our history. None of these people ever said thank you to any of those Black folks who built this nation. None of those people ever said thank you to any of those Black folks who struggled, allowed them to come over here. How come these people ain't never said thank you, but they don't mind putting that in there? I told you, the Black American struggle is only used for people to piggyback off of and to get their little issues across. That is it. That's the only thing. That's the only reason. If it wasn't for that, y'all, they would not give a damn about what's going on in foundational Black America. They only want to use our struggle so they can benefit. Look at that. I'm a man. Taking issues and things that we dealt with in the 1960s. They always want to use our civil rights struggle. They always want to use what we dealt with as a means to come up. We just to come up to these people. We just to come up. And notice how, I want y'all to see that right there, right? You notice how they use that? Okay, look at this right here, y'all. This is another thing that they've been doing. Y'all seen that little situation down there in Ole Miss? All right, where they was messing with that lady or whatever. Look at this, where she ain't had no business being there in the first place. Look at that right there. That's that little situation that happened down in Ole Miss, y'all. And they were using those guys that were jumping around, calling that girl and making sounds like monkey sounds or whatever. She had no business being there in the first damn place. And I think she's Black Lives Matter as well. Nobody can find her. That right there shows you, family, that the first thing they do is they start trying to compare things to the civil rights era. They start trying to compare things to what we got going on. They start trying to compare things to what's happening in our country. How come they don't ever acknowledge that when it comes to reparations? When it comes to reparations, oh no, they jump around that. Oh no, they don't never want to acknowledge what's going on when it comes to reparations, but they're real quick to throw it on a poster. They're real quick to try to pull that. Nah, that ain't got nothing to do for us. No, Matter of fact, let me show y'all. Y'all seen the video. And I got another question here for y'all too. Family, first off, tell me that this person right here is not giving you the same Black Lives Matter vibe. We've seen it. Now everybody's talking about Ole Miss. They're like, oh, Ole Miss is so racist. It's funny how everything becomes, it's funny how the dominant society starts to admit racism and anti-Blackness in election season, right? Here we go. Y'all seen that video. I'm not even going to play the audio because they was out there wilding out. Family, first off, this is the lady right there that they were saying, they were making sounds and making fun of her. She got Black Lives Matter written all over her. That is Black Lives Matter all day. She ain't got no business even being out there. This is the same thing they were doing with the Black Lives Matter movement. You start seeing these real skeptical Black women that would show up. They were not certified sisters. They would come, they would start jumping and saying, well, what about me? What about me? We got this thing where you would always see these real skeptical sisters that would show up and they would start talking about race and all these kind of things. And then they start shifting the moment. Notice it's the same thing in 2020, fam. It's the same exact thing when they elected Biden the last time. Take all the energy off of what we're doing. Look at this right here. This is the same thing. This looks like it's in 2020. If I told you that this was in 2020 or 2019, you wouldn't be surprised. And by the way, people have been trying to find out who this lady is. Can't nobody find her name. Can't nobody find out who she is. She looks just like that guy who said he's TNT and he's a Black American. The same as the lady who said we got Black American privilege. The same as the one who said we need to help everybody. It's the same thing. This is at another one of these Palestinian protests. You notice that the main people that you're seeing who are the face of the Palestinian protests are Black people. They've been trying to make Black Americans the face of the Palestinian protests. This ain't nothing but Black Lives Matter. They know it. That's what they've been trying to do. They've been trying to put a Black face on the Palestinian protests so they can take away the Black energy from the Black grassroots empowerment. That's what they've been trying to do. And by the way, like I said, can't nobody find who this lady is. Everybody's running around here now and they talking about, well, you know, it's so racist down at Ole Miss. It's so racist. No, the whole country's racist. Okay, let's get that right. We don't know who this lady is, so we got to be careful. They're trying to put a Black face on the Palestinian movement. Family, I don't on this episode today, and I made it a point to do so. I've literally pointed out 6 to 7 different Black people, Black faces that are supposed to be leading this movement. And none of these people are foundational Black Americans. We already showed old boy was from Kingston, Jamaica. And by the way, he moist too. I didn't even play his video, but if you ever hear his video, oh, he's super, super, super moist. That's the same Black Lives Matter stuff. Look at this right here. Look at this, fam. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? They always have this happening. Look at this right here. This is the same thing that went down. Boom. Remember this lady? Remember her? She showed up. These sisters be showing up. I'm not even going to say sisters. They counterfeits. They're not like our beautiful Black certified sisters. Y'all remember the Black Lives Matter protester could be seen lying on the ground and harmed from her mouth after being knocked out? Y'all remember all this? These people start popping up at these Palestinian protests. These people start popping up at these Skittles bag community protests, and then they start getting harmed. That same video of that person that we just seen a minute ago, that's the same exact thing that was going on a couple years ago. We all see it all the time. These people are not from the black grassroots. These are Black Lives Matter people who are showing up. They are not our certified Black American women. Our certified Black American women, you ain't touching them. Guarantee you that. Our certified Black American women stand on business. Matter of fact, we'll see everybody in Washington, D.C., and you're going to see some certified Black American women. But y'all remember that right there. And then you remember the one sister who got harmed at the MAGA convention. They was slamming her around and treating her crazy. These are the same thing because they do this so they can try to make this all about them. They want to take the face off of us and try to turn this into some MAGA thing, try to turn this into go vote for Joe Biden, try to turn this into the Palestinian movement. I remember when this happened, Black folks, we was like, man, they ain't got nothing to do with us. Hell no. And they would put out these pictures. They say, oh my God, did you guys see how bad they treated that Black woman at that MAGA march? Did you guys see how bad they treated that Black woman at that alt-right march? And then we was like, that's their problem. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's all on them. That's all their fault. They can deal with it on their own. Yes, indeed. This is what we talking about. And yes, I do believe that. Yes, I see you, FBA Queen. I do believe that woman is a plant. I do believe she's a plant. Think about what I just showed you. I literally showed you. You got the person who's talking about Black American privilege. You got the other lady who said we just need to help everybody. And then she tried to shift the energy onto the Skittles bag community. Then you also have that lady. Who was that lady? I'm telling you, brothers and sisters did real extensive research and they can't find that person. You cannot find that person. Who are they? It's the same thing as Black Lives Matter. There ain't nothing new under the sun. This is just recycled racism, anti-blackness. You take one group who's anti-black, then you take another group who's anti-black. They both play hot potato. They play, no, you're racist. No, you're racist. We say both of y'all are, and then we fall all the way back and don't deal with them. They did the same thing. This situation going on in the Middle East with the people on this side and the people on this side, okay, that's no different than the Republicans and Democrats on this side and this side. They're both anti-FBA, and they're trying to get us on it. You see nothing but black faces on the Palestinian movement. Who is the Palestinian that you see? I'm asking everybody. Who is the Palestinian activist that you see who is supposed to be the one who's leading the movement? Because when I look at the Palestinian movement right now, it's all black people. It's all black folks. I don't see nobody who isn't black. That lets you know they're trying to put a black face on this movement. Because think about it. If they can put a black face on the Palestinian movement, then they can shift the energy away from the FBA black grassroots. They can shift the energy away from they not like us. They can shift the energy away from the reparations movement. That's the whole game plan. They know what it is. A couple years ago, they would come into our spaces and shift the energy. Can't do that now. So now they try to take the energy in a different way. That guy I showed you earlier, the one I said got expelled from Columbia University. Look at this. Look at this. Q&A with Kamani James. The ultimate destination is Congress. That's the person I was showing y'all earlier. That's the person I was showing y'all earlier that was running around here talking about Columbia University, and he's the leader. This man got expelled, and he was the leader of the Palestinian movement. This man was the leader of the Palestinian movement on Columbia University. All across this country, you're having all types of clashes with the government and with the Palestinian protesters. It is only black folks that you see. They walking around everybody and snatching up the black folks because they're trying to get us all on board. That dude, and I showed y'all the picture earlier, that dude is a Black Lives Matter guy, and he's from Kingston, Jamaica. That's the same dude I showed you. And remember, that W lady, she said that she was Black Lives Matter. So we see already, fam, this is the same exact play. And what they want to do, y'all, what they want to do is they want us to feel sympathetic. They want us to say, damn, let me give you a couple plays. They want us to see all of the black people getting harmed at these protests. That Lizzo lady that they was messing with or whatever, they wanted us in the black grassroots to see that on television and say, oh man, they messing with the sisters. I'm going to put on the cape for the Palestinians and I'm going to go join in. We didn't do that. We said, shit, that's her problem. She ain't got no business being there in the first place. Then they showed us that guy right there being expelled from Columbia University. And they wanted us to say, they expelling black folks who are sticking up for the Palestinians? Let me go put on the cape. I'm going to go join them. We didn't do that. Now they're trying to show us all throughout the country different black people being harmed at these protests. So we will put on the cape and go run and go help them, but we ain't doing that. The name of the game is to drum up sympathy. They put a black face on the Palestinian movement, so they want to take people from the grassroots to come in and save the day. But the black grassroots, we too certified. We ain't going over there. Hell no. That's y'all problem. That is y'all problem. It ain't working, fam. So this is what it is. I want everybody to focus on this secret Black Lives Matter thing that's going on all these campuses. Man, that ain't nothing but Black Lives Matter. I promise you that's Black Lives Matter. And we know exactly what they're trying to do and how they're trying to do it. We see it. So for them and everybody else, they can go ahead and do that as well. And that's just the way the game got to go. And I'm sorry, that ain't falling and we ain't dropping it. Foundational Black Americans, we spend a lot of time building that up. Foundational Black Americans, we spend a lot of time getting that off the ground. And since we've been spending a lot of time getting that off the ground, it's time that everybody else just falls right along with it. So yeah, this is the game plan. This is what we're doing out here in these streets. It is a whole full court press. I told everybody it was going to be a full court press. I told everybody it was going to be real. I told everybody we was going to stick to the code, and we sticking to the code. I just got something from our good brother Torian Rain. Certified salute to you, brother. This is what we was talking about Macklemore, right? We was talking about Macklemore and how they trying to use Macklemore. There's somebody who was on this show one time and was, I had to teach him a couple things. Do y'all see right here? Cornel West came out and he said, I salute my brother Macklemore for using his powerful artistry to tell some painful truths. This is them trying to make that Macklemore trash song an anthem. I'm telling y'all, they've been trying to make that Macklemore song an anthem so bad. Oh, they've been trying to so bad, family. They want that Macklemore song to be just the biggest thing in the streets. They want black folks to just turn over and say, damn, that Macklemore song go hard. They are literally trying to make Macklemore's song, which I don't even know the name of it. They're trying to make that They Ain't Like Us by Kendrick. This is what they're doing. So he's jumping on board and he's trying to get involved. That ain't going to work. No way, never at all. So this is what's going on in the streets. This is what's happening, and we see it in real time, in real play. But that, like I said, family, that's the social side. But if you spin it all the way back around, if you, as we say, if you spin the block, spin the neighborhood, then one of the main things that you're going to see is we are running everybody out. It's been very hard out here. I'm telling y'all, it has been so hard out here for all of these different groups, all of these different organizations, people who have been very used to stealing from foundational Black American culture. They can't steal from foundational Black American culture no damn more. Look at this right here. Shout out to our brother Rose City for this one. Check this out. Ain't we been regulating, y'all? Ain't we been regulating? Well, we've been regulating so good, so strong, fam, that these people like that right there, they falling out of favor real bad. Real bad. Yeah. Vulture Vlad, family. This man right now, he done did every single tap dance, two-step, run around, and he don't know what to do next because he shook. And every last one of them, we getting out the paint. Michael Rappaport been exposed. All right, we exposed Tim Wise personally on this show. We exposed Jane Elliott personally on this show. Cuck 22 personally on this show. Now it's time for Vlad. We've been going down that list, and we've been hitting that G-check list. I've been talking about that G-check list. The G-check list ain't nothing to play with, okay? Once somebody finds their name on that G-check list, you cannot come off of it. You're going to get regulated, and that's just going to happen. So you seen what always happened. We touched on it the other day with Vlad. And I told you I got some receipts on Vlad. Oh, yeah, I got some real receipts on Vlad. Oh, some real receipts. I got some receipts on Vlad that he can't come back from. I got some receipts on Vlad that's going to show he been running around here in his days of stealing from foundational Black Americans, taking off of our culture, trying to thieve off of us, getting people locked up. Oh, them days done came to an end. This is why when the song dropped with Drake, everybody was like, damn, uh-oh, it's on now. This is why everybody was shook up. I'm going to tell you why they was shook, fam. The reason why they was shook, because they knew their name was going to pop up. And Vlad was the first person who came out and he tried to start throwing shots at the Kendrick Lamar song. Yes, he did. He was the first one. Why did he do that, y'all? Because he didn't want the delineation to come all the way to him. Problem is, too late. It already has. Check this out right here, y'all. This is what Vlad had to come out and do, and he tried to run this interference. And I'm gonna tell you, I got some receipts on Vlad. Y'all know Vlad's wife is a suspected BED, rich. You know that, right? Right? Okay. Well, check this out, y'all. I got some receipts on Vlad all the way live. Check this out. This is why Foundational Black Americans been calling this man out.
To a black woman telling him to stay out of black people's business is such a poetic example of a leopard never changes his spots. And the fact that y'all need to stop inviting everybody to the cookout. Because no matter how much they're immersed in black culture, no matter how much they benefit from being immersed in black culture, they're always going to factory reset to their default setting. Because this is very much Karen behavior. I don't like what a black woman said to critique what I said, so I'm going to threaten her livelihood. So while you benefit from black culture, you want to take food out of the mouths of black people whose culture it actually is? Which, by the way, her critique was actually quite relevant and poignant, given the fact that the beat on Not Like Us was purposely done and so well executed to center black culture in California, Compton specifically. So you telling us how you felt about the beat really is not meaningful, because we understand the history of hip hop and why he made the choice to use the beat that he used. So again, this is a black folk affair. Why are you here? But until y'all stop allowing white folks to center themselves in conversations about black people, we will continue to see this, because that's all he ever does.
Family, family, family. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So word on the street is that Vlad was a little upset. Black Alpha Network, you know what I'm saying? Word on the streets is that, when we were the first ones on it. That's why our video last week, it shattered all the numbers. We were some of the first people on it, and a lot of people in the industry actually watched the episode from last week. A lot of people in the industry saw it. So next thing you know, Vlad was a little, upset because, the delineation is real strong, and I'm a certified all the time, all the way live, black activist, Black Alpha. So I'm going to bring that fire 24/7. So next thing you know, fam, I woke up and I seen this. First thing I seen, family. First thing I seen. Now, mind you, I ain't had no interactions with Vlad. And we ain't been in the same thread. We ain't had no exchanges. We ain't did nothing. Vlad went in and he was blocking all of the accounts. I'm talking about the ones on Twitter, the ones on Instagram. He hit my other one, my Black Alpha 6. This is what he was doing because he understood that when you're dealing with Black Alpha Network, you got influence, and I represent the people. So therefore, this is the type of time that he was on, and he know delineation is coming. He know that separation is coming. The G-check and the gatekeeping is coming, and you can't run, you can't hide. We stand on business and we multiply. So he came out and he was throwing all of that shade at that sister. First thing he did, y'all, was he knew that he had to go ahead and he had to start hating. That's the first thing he said. He said, I'm going to go ahead and start hating on these black folks because he knows whatever came down on Drake was going to come down on him. So he ran. And then brothers and sisters all across the board wasn't going for it. Certified salute to the family. Brothers and sisters was like, nah, we cool on that. We cool on that. What we going to do instead, what we going to do is that we going to go ahead and get Vlad out the paint. And man, brothers and sisters everywhere was coming after him. And he tried to get bold. We seen the way he was talking to that sister. He said, well, I'm going to call Princeton in the morning. Soon as it comes, I'm going to call Princeton. Now, when he be around black folks, it's, yo, what's up, dog? Walk me through your first crime. How'd you get your first felony? Your open case? Can you tell me about it? All Vlad does is he finds where young black people are, and then he tries to hit them with trap questions, setup questions. He knows exactly what he's doing. This is what happens when you don't gatekeep. When you allow people to come into the community, when you allow all these DJs to pop up. Name me a DJ that's in the community that is foundational Black American. Name me one. I remember when the DJs was FBA. We done allowed all these people, like Big Boy say, my certified salute, Outcast Big Boy. He said, yo, DJ ain't no DJ. He just hit that instant replay. These people ain't even real DJs. DJ Vlad of what? DJ Vlad of where? You ain't no DJ. This man is a Ukraine. He's a Ukrainian. This man is, you notice he don't never talk about his own issues. He don't never talk about things that go on in his own community. He only talks about foundational Black Americans. They'll sit there and talk about everything. So why are black folks so violent? So why do black folks fight? You grew up without a father? Was your mother on drugs? Why'd you go to jail? Did you tell on your homies? By the way, at 12 o'clock, I'm going to have this guy come over. And then at 1 o'clock, I'm going to have this guy come over. And I'm going to have you feud. You watch the way he sets these rappers up to go against each other. And he don't never do that to on-code brothers. If it's an on-code brother, he don't bring them on the show. He only brings on the people that he can play them games with. He can't play them games with FBA. Can't play them games with the black grassroots. They ain't like us. And we've been coming with it. So he knew, he shook. Trust me, Vlad is very afraid right now. So therefore, that's why he going around, he blocking folks and he mad and everything. This is what we saying. You right, he don't spin no records. You feel me? How you don't spin no records, but you call yourself a DJ? That go for him, academics, all these people. These are not DJs. These people are cosplayers. They come into our community and they steal. But the black grassroots said, nah, And let me tell you this. What Kendrick said about Drake is what a lot of us been waiting to say. And finally, somebody said it on the mainstream level. What the black grassroots are saying right now and running Vlad out the paint is what a lot of us been waiting to say. What the hell took so long? But it's here now and everybody's coming with it. So he started running those games and he started running all that type of hate on that sister. He said he was going to call Princeton, snitch on her, tell on her, everything. He went full Karen. And then the next day he came out and he said, since it's Monday, let me clear the air and state that I never had any intention on filing a complaint to Princeton for a former professor, Morgan Jerkins, saying that AW people aren't allowed to comment on Kendrick Lamar's music. Yeah, you did. You had all the intentions. What it really is that black folks got on you, so you start trying to backpedal. Now he's trying to reel it back in, y'all. He's trying to reel it back in. That man was tagging Princeton. He was calling Princeton. And to be honest with you, he probably did. Let's not think for a minute that he didn't actually call Princeton. Trust me, he did. He went full Karen mode. That's what I'm saying. These people will yo, what's up, dog? What's poppin', Wody? And then they'll turn around and say, 911, there's 3 black kids walking down the street. They may be up to something. 911, there's a big black man walking and he looks like he wants to grab my purse. This is what he did. He said, she trolled me and I trolled back. He's trying to push it off on trolling. Now he's trying to push it off on trolling. Ain't no trolling. This ain't got nothing to do with no trolling. This has everything to do with who you are. At the end of the day, it created an interesting discussion about race relations in America. Man, ain't nobody asked for that. Ain't nobody asked. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't into the game about a discussion. They've been running that con game on us for years. Listen to all the supremacist talking points, y'all. Listen to all the supremacist talking points. What I always say, let somebody talk and observe them and you will get all your answers. He's saying, let's have a discussion. Y'all remember they said, let's have a discussion after Rodney King. Let's have a discussion after Tamir Rice, after Trayvon Martin. We just need to talk about it. How about we just have a conversation? Supremacy ain't got nothing to do with no talking. Because even when foundational Black Americans was talking, you don't want to listen. So you see he going into that bag. He going into that supremacist bag and he pulling out every stop. He said, I will be discussing it further in my future interviews. So basically, I'm going to take all of that and monetize off of it. You notice that he'll bring on rappers, he'll fuel a conflict, and then when something bad happens to one of those people, the next thing you know, he'll have flashbacks and get more content. This man gets paid money off of foundational Black Americans suffering. This is exactly what he does. He's always done this. And this is what we've been saying for years, y'all. For years. They'll come around, they'll what's up, dog, and yo, and then they'll turn right around and they will do this right here. That right there is Vlad. That right there is Vlad. Yes, it is. He will grab that phone and he will call 911 so quick on everybody. He'll lock the whole place up. He'll call them when you're walking down the street. He'll call them when you're swinging on the swings. He'll call them when you're playing basketball. He'll call them when you're playing football. He'll call them when you're going out to eat. But then he'll turn around and he'll try to do an interview, and then he'll try to hang out with you and be your friend. We are not being friendly with these people, family. We are out here standing on certified business. We are not dealing with it. And this is what I love so much about this generation, y'all. I love in this generation, we are identifying all the ops. We changed the lingo. We changed the demonstrations of behavior, and now we watching and we're seeing who really deserves to be around us. And people like that are getting called out. But we got to also be very careful, fam, because you're going to start having people who aren't really down with us pretending to be our allies and rolling with us. Two things. Let me say this. First off, in the delineation era, because that's what this episode is about. Whenever you hear somebody say, hold your own NUTs, we're really talking about delineating. We got to get rid of two terms. I'm going to tell you what they are. The term ally, done. Wrap it up, throw it in the trash can. We're not using the word ally no more. Let me ask the family. Let me ask y'all. Has the term ally, ever done anything positive for foundational Black Americans? I'm asking everybody in the chat. Let me know something. Has ally ever helped us? Is it time? The same way we got rid of minority, the same way we got rid of people of color, the same way we got rid of African American. Is it time that we go ahead and put the term ally to rest? Is it about that time? I got to ask the Black grassroots family, because the Black grassroots are the people who make the decisions, not the Vlads, not the Palestinian protests, not the Black Lives Matter. It's going to be the Black grassroots. Is it about time we take the term ally, wrap it all the way up, throw it in the trash can, and toss it on the corner? It's about time. Thank you. I see. Yes, it's an overturn. Cancel the word. That's the first one. We got to go ahead and get that out the paint. We are done with the term ally. No more. You know why? Because when you're around family, you don't have a picnic. You don't have a barbecue. You don't have a reunion. And then next thing you know, your brother come in and you say, hey, that's my ally. If you my brother, I ain't got to call you no ally. If you my sister, I ain't got to call you no ally. I don't see my grandma and say, hey, grandma, you know you're my ally, right? I don't see my granddad say, hey, grandpa, you my ally. When you're around family, you don't even have to use those terms. And we're around family. See, we've strengthened this and we made it a family unit. This is a family affair. So we're moving as a family. And therefore, since we're moving as a family, we don't have to use terms like ally. You don't be around your family and call them ally. I ain't seen one person call Big Mama an ally, ever. I ain't never seen one person see their cousin and be like, hey, what's up, ally? No. So therefore, the term ally serves us no purpose. The second term is solidarity. Solidarity don't mean nothing, because those who are standing next to you, you already know. You already know. I know when it go down, I got my brothers and my sisters right here. I know when it go down, I got my FBA family right here. I don't need the term solidarity. Solidarity and ally are no different than people of color and minority. Those are all inclusive, all lives matter terms meant to take foundational Black Americans and to harm us. So on this day going forward, I, as Black Alpha Network, I submit the terms ally and solidarity to the canceling and the delineation list, that no longer will we ever use those terms. And if anybody comes around and they start talking about ally, you've already identified an op. Let me tell you this. The person who says he's your ally, he just admitted that he's your op. The person who says that they stand in solidarity with you is the person who just told you he's opposition to you. You got to be careful. Just listen. Somebody says African American, you already know they're hating on you. Somebody says person of color, you already know they're hating on you. There's a lot of terms, by just speaking it, you already know where someone stands. That's why we always say, you sit back, you watch, you observe, everything solves itself. That's what we on right now. And we see it, family, all the way across the board. That is the game, and they can't fold, they can't fake us. So no, those terms are gone, and we've gotten rid of them, and they'll never come back ever again. That is the best part. That's the best part about delineating. That's the best part about this generation. That's the best part. And right now, people like Vlad are shook. But family, I got some receipts on Vlad. I got some real receipts. I got some receipts that you're only going to find right here on the Black Alpha Network. Smash that like button, subscribe. This is it right here. We about to break it all the way down, all the way down. I was waiting, family, for the peak of the show to bring this in. We got to be careful, though, of some of these people who are going to run around and pretend to be speaking for us, all right? We got to be very cautious of that. Because like I said, Vlad is sit there and he'll have a whole interview dissecting Black culture. What's wrong with Blacks? Why are Blacks bad? What happened to this Black person? He'll take everything that is wrong or everything that we went through and he'll have an interview with it. How come he don't never have an interview about his people? You notice Vlad don't ever talk about or have no interview, no in-depth interview with all the problems in his community. He don't even talk about his community. Fat Joe don't ever talk about what's going on in his community. Neither does Busta Rhymes. All these people always want to talk about our community. That's another thing that you see when someone needs to get G-checked. Check this out right here. Marcus Lemoyce Hill came out and him and Vlad got into it. So now I'm going to call out Marcus Lemoyce. Vlad is an op and so is Marcus Lemoyce. What Marcus Lemoyce is trying to do, He's trying to speak on behalf of us. The same way, what I told y'all, fam, the same way all of those people at those Palestinian protests, where they're trying to put a black face on it, they're all trying to speak on behalf of us. Marcus Lemoyne did the same thing. Look at this. Here we go. I'm going to read it to you. All right. What I just read about him saying that he's not going to call Princeton and he's not going to go in on that lady. Marcus Lemoyne responded and he said, "No, Vlad, this doesn't clear the air. You're literally arguing that you were weaponizing your power and privilege to threaten a black woman's job. And why? Because she criticized you on Twitter about your power and privilege? You could have just disagreed with her stance." That's what Marcus Lemoyne said to Vlad. This is op-on-op crime, y'all. This man does not speak for us at all. Heck no. Matter of fact, Marcus Lemoyne, he be the same one out here caping for them other groups way more than us anyway. He sees an opportunity for him to pretend that he's riding with us. Nice try, ain't gonna happen. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Vlad responded and said, "Not Marcus LaFlop Hill chiming in. Must have hit a nerve with all the jobs you've gotten fired from over the years." Then he put LOL. Family, neither one of these people have foundational Black American interests at all in their heart. Neither one of these people give a damn about what we're talking about. They are both trying to seize an opportunity to where they can try to get in on foundational Black Americans. Marcus Lemoyne is someone who's trying to play fake spokesperson, and DJ Vlad is somebody who is trying to thieve off of our community. This is why we've been G-checking. This is why we are regulating, and this is why we are calling them out. And they don't like the fact that we simply, in this generation, we don't pick sides no more. We don't do this side, that side, Republican and Democrat. In the system of supremacy, there's no hero and no villain. They're both villains, all right? In the system of supremacy, there are no good guys and bad guys. They're both bad guys. In this system of cosplaying, of thieving off of our culture, and someone trying to act like they're FBA, there's no genuine one. Marcus Lemoyne and Vlad on the same type of time, the same time. And this goes to show you that the delineation is reaching the front steps. But it's not just them either, fam. Look at this. Oh, yeah. All of the tethers are mad too. Look at this. I want y'all to see this real bad. Look at this. This is coming from somebody from the Caribbean. So this is what somebody from the Caribbean is writing. This is what I'm telling y'all. Fam, what we do. We started off this episode talking about how they're mad at Kendrick Lamar. They ain't like us in the Black grassroots all the way up in Toronto. Then we flipped it all the way over to the UK. Now let's go to the Caribbean. And not to mention, we can make a stop with Vlad in Russia. This is what a lot of the tethers were saying. Let's talk about how the tethers responded to they ain't like us. This person said, now FBA, the FBA community is claiming that Kendrick Lamar's song, Not Like Us, is about everyone who is not American. The tethers are mad too, y'all. They mad too. Look how they had to jump in. You know they had to say something. You know they had to chime in. You know they had to speak because foundational Black Americans are putting in that work. It wouldn't be right, y'all, without these people trying to say something. So we got them mad. That's the whole country. That's the whole country. That's the whole planet. That's everywhere on each side, family. These people are trying to get involved. They are mad. I'm telling you, that song sent shock waves all throughout the nation, family. These people are mad. They don't want that to be an anthem. That's the same reason why they send out everybody. They wish it was not an anthem. Hell no. They would prefer it not be at all. That's why we out here changing the game. And let me show y'all this real quick. Let me show y'all this. This is something I forgot to show y'all the other day, and I'm going to show y'all right now. We was talking about these people running around and why we got to protect foundational Black American culture, why we have to protect foundational Black Americans all across the board, and they're going to try to use music. See, we talked about the power of music. We talked about how music in this generation, all generations, music has always played a very pivotal factor in FBA really just dominating. That's one thing we've always done. Well, let me show y'all this right here. Let me show y'all this. This is something that nobody wants to talk about, but we're going to talk about it right here on the Black Alpha Network because that's what we do. We were talking about how they were out here trying to protect Drake and make Drake this, that, and the other thing. Okay. One of the main things, fam, that we've exposed in this whole era is this right here. They were trying to make Drake. The reason why they're so upset at Drake taking that loss, family, the reason why is because they know straight up, if he takes that L, then they got to deal with a lot of time that they invested. Some of that time that they invested, fam, is them trying to say that he was bigger than Michael Jackson. Y'all remember that, right? Okay, let's talk about it. They know that the moment it comes out that this man ain't even the biggest rapper in the world, how you going to compare this man to Michael Jackson? How you going to compare him to Michael Jackson when Kendrick is whooping him on the charts right now? Yeah, this is what we saying. Look at this right here, family. Look at this. Is Drake really as big as Michael Jackson, or is that just disrespectful? Look at this. They were talking about it. Drake and Michael Jackson are not peers. Everybody start breaking it down. This is what we're saying. Here we go. People were talking about this man ain't as big as Michael Jackson. No way this man is as big as Michael Jackson. But remember, like I told you, Drake never, not one time, ever came out and said, I'm not as big as Michael Jackson. What do we do in Foundational Black America, family? Whenever somebody gives us a praise that we know, family, we should not be accepting or we do not stand on, we denounce it. They asked Chris Brown, ain't you the new Michael Jackson? Chris Brown said, nope. Before they could even get that out, Chris Brown shut it down. Chris Brown said, nope, we're not even doing that. Usher, same exact thing, family. Usher said, nope, I'm not nowhere near, no way, shape, or form. I'm not taking that on because we're respectful people. We understand that if somebody comes around and tells us that we're bigger than a legend, even if deep down in your heart you may feel you are, you're going to say, no, I'm not, out of respect to Michael Jackson, especially Michael Jackson, who's not here to defend himself, not here to make a claim, make a case for his own. So with that said, he was running around here saying that he was, as big as Michael Jackson and right? I'm going to show y'all something that came across my timeline. Let me just say that. When we start talking about why we got to stand on business, fam, and we can't allow these people to run around and say these things, you never, ever disrespect foundational Black Americans. Never, not at all. That's just something you don't do, right? Well, Drake, he not only said that, he in his song said that he was coming for Michael Jackson's spot. He said he was coming to take it. That's what he said. He said, nah, that spot going to be mine, Mike. You're going to have to give it up. That's what Drake said, family. We seen it. We all seen it. And guess who else came out and said that Drake was as big as Michael Jackson? And when I tell y'all this person, y'all not going to be surprised because he's somebody else that we don't put on our G-Check delineation list. So let's make this clear. Nobody is as big as Michael Jackson. There will never be anybody as big as Michael Jackson. And the only people who hold down Michael Jackson are foundational Black Americans. I promise you now, if we weren't around, nobody would be saying it. But when you look at that article, it's a bunch of those Drake fans. Y'all know the same Drake fans I showed you I was crying earlier? Okay. Those same fans, y'all, were actually on there and they were saying the same thing. They were saying he is bigger than Michael Jackson. Okay. Look at this right here, y'all. Look at this right here. Look who said the same exact thing. Fat Joe. Yep. The same Fat Joe who's running around here saying hip hop was created 50-50. The same Fat Joe who's running around here saying it's all the same. The same exact Fat Joe that we've been calling out. He said Drake is Gen Z's version of Michael Jackson. Yep. Check this out. Last year, Fat Joe shared his 2 cents on the topic by hailing Drake as the Michael Jackson of this time on Instagram Live, which drew a whole lot of eerie from Michael Jackson fans. Fat Joe was one of the main ones running around here telling everybody that it was the same comparison between Drake and Michael Jackson. Fat Joe was one of the main ones running around here saying it. Fat Joe was one of the main ones. So isn't it the same Fat Joe that was running around here saying how Eminem was the best rapper of all time? We said that the cosplayers stick together. DJ Vlad, someone who cosplays Black American culture, he come and he defends Drake, someone who cosplays American culture. Fat Joe, he is the main one who said Eminem is the greatest of all time. They both cosplay Black American culture. Fat Joe also says Drake is as big as Michael Jackson. He is somebody who cosplays Black American culture. It seems like when it comes down to Black American culture, you got a lot of people who are not Black Americans who stick together. So if they stick together, family, then damn right we gonna stick together. That's what we do when we delineate. And he thought nobody was gonna pick up on that, but of course we did. Of course we did. And by the way, speaking of Michael Jackson, let's represent Michael Jackson real good. We talk about who's real FBA and who really out here. Y'all tell me this. Tell me, do y'all see the difference? Who looks more comfortable? Who looks more, mind you, Drake was talking all that stuff about things in the chamber. He the tough guy. He's talking about who banging the set against Kendrick Lamar. That's Michael Jackson with some gang members. There go Drake with some gang members. Who looks more comfortable in that picture, you guys? Can somebody tell me who they believe is more comfortable? Does Drake look more comfortable? Or does Michael Jackson look more comfortable? Who looks like they are comfortable around fellow foundational Black Americans? Who looks like they're uncomfortable around foundational Black Americans? It looks like to me that Drake looks very uncomfortable. That don't look like somebody who's of the culture. That don't look like somebody who is the GOAT. That don't look like somebody who is actually representing and holding the crown. How are you going to hold the crown in a community that you're not even from? That man look way uncomfortable. Don't he, y'all? Don't he? Don't he? Michael Jackson is smiling, chilling, relaxing. Drake look like he don't even want to be there. And by the way, if you actually listen to the interview with Wack 100, Wack 100 actually spoke about that video shoot, and he did say Drake was scared. That's what he said. He said Drake was scared, and they actually had to stop Drake from leaving the set. So they look real good. Mind you, fam, cosplayers look real good until a real FBA walk around. When a real FBA show up, they don't be so tough no more. Nah. So certified salute to Michael Jackson. That's what we're talking about. But Drake been disrespecting Michael Jackson, y'all. Oh, yeah. He took shots at Michael Jackson just in his last song. Just in his last song, he took shots at Mike. Let's go there. Let's go there. Yeah, okay. Remember, on Sunday, I showed y'all when he disrespected Michael Jackson and he made that little pedo diss towards Mike. We're real disrespectful. Same thing Eminem was doing, right? Once again, cosplayers stick together. Eminem, Fat Joe, DJ Vlad, and Drake. Drake and Eminem both are cosplayers. I always call Drake the mulatto Eminem. And guess what? Both of them have made comments towards Michael Jackson. They both threw little shots at him. I showed y'all the clip. Did y'all see just on Drake's song that came out last week? I showed you what he said about Michael Jackson in 2018, right? Now, he don't mind putting up Photoshopped images of Michael Jackson wearing an OVO sweater. He don't mind saying, I'm coming to get Michael Jackson's throne. He don't mind not being of the culture. Because remember, when you're from the culture and someone says, Black Alpha, you kind of like the new Huey Newton. I'm going to say, nah, man, I'll never, man. Certified salute to Huey Newton, man. Much love. I'm just me. Somebody comes to you and they say, hey, you're the next Malcolm X. You're the next Betty Shabazz. You're the next Kathleen Cleaver. If you're a singer and you're a sister and somebody says you're the next Whitney Houston, you're going to say, no, man, certified salute. I can never fill them shoes. When they went to Mike Tyson and said, could you beat Ali? He's like, Ali's my hero. No. Even if you feel you can, we don't never say that. We don't never do. That's the FBA way. That's the FBA way. That's how we represent. We are a lineage of loyalty and respect. Not surprised that Drake, who is not from the culture, he came in and said, yeah, I'm coming for Mike. And I'm going to diss Mike. And I'm going to put out a picture with Mike wearing my sweater. Mike, my little homie. And then just last week, y'all, he said this about Michael Jackson. And a lot of people in this battle let this slide. They let this slide. Y'all know we ain't going to let this slide. We ain't going to let this slide. Listen to how he disrespects Michael Jackson. You're dark. This is what he's talking about Kendrick. This is what he was saying when he's talking about Kendrick, y'all. He said, your darkest secrets are coming to light. It's all on your face like what happened to Mike? It's all on your face like what's happened to Mike? He said, oh, ish. It's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. Michael was praying his features would change so people would actually think that he's white? Whoa, 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 whoa. Am I seeing this? Am I seeing this correctly? Did I hear this correctly when I heard the song? Did y'all hear this? Are y'all seeing this? A lot of people missed it. A lot of people didn't catch it. And a lot of people didn't want to acknowledge it. But you know, the Black Grassroots, we acknowledge everything. He says, Mike was praying his features would change so people believe that he's actually white. Top would make you do features for change, get on pop records and rap for whites, and wait. You say your brother Jermaine, Michael Jackson's brother Jermaine, but you wanted him to stay out of the light. Family, this man, it's been 15 years. How long has it been since Mike's been gone, y'all? Almost 15 years. This man is still talking and making jokes and digs at Michael Jackson's skin tone, y'all. He's really making digs at Michael Jackson's skin tone and then coming around us and telling us that he's the king of our culture. Then saying the N-word left and right. And then talking about who he gonna run up on. And you disrespected Michael Jackson. You don't ever disrespect a foundational Black American icon. We already know he disrespected the slaves that were foundational Black Americans, but you're disrespecting Michael Jackson. And that's not a diss that he said 4 or 5 years ago. That's a diss he said 4 or 5 days ago. He said that 4 or 5 days ago, family. When people are calling him out, he still said it because he don't give a damn. He feels that he can say whatever he wants to say, however he wants to say it, and Black folks just got to deal with it. I told you, culture vultures get very spoiled. People come into our community and they spoiled. They have all types of entitlement. Imagine being so entitled that you feel you can walk in somebody's house and disrespect their grandma. Because that's basically what you're doing. When you walk into the house of hip hop, when you walk into the house of Black Americans and you say that about Michael Jackson, that's the same as walking into somebody's house and disrespecting their grandma, disrespecting their grandpa, disrespecting their uncle. The man said Mike was praying his features would change so people would actually believe that he's white. Wow. 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 That's what that man said. That's what he said, y'all. That is exactly what he said. Ultra disrespectful. Ultra disrespectful. And we can't go for that. We can't stand for that. Something got to get called out. See, that's the thing about us in this generation. I'll say that as well, fam. We out here calling people out. We out here calling people out. We out here regulating. We not standing on that. No way that we can stand on that type of talk. Never. Because let me tell you something. If you allow somebody to get away with saying that, and you allow that type of disrespect, then you ain't even got a culture. You might as well just pack it up and go home. You might as well. That's what a lot of people was doing back in the past, y'all. They was letting people say all that type of stuff, and they was letting them get away with it, and nobody said a thing. It was all good. It was like, whatever, say what you want to say. That's fine. We ain't going for that no more. We ain't going for that no more, fam. We are making sure that everyone knows that if you disrespect foundational Black American culture, you're going to have to see foundational Black Americans. You're going to have to see foundational Black Americans up front, close and personal. That's just the way the game goes. Because trust me, nobody else would allow us to ever speak about their culture like that. So therefore, you ain't speaking on our culture. Now let's run this back to this guy. Because when we are talking about this guy running around here, he's been doing the same thing. The same exact way that foundational Black Americans are out here calling this out. I want y'all to notice one thing. This man's been running around here having the same type of energy. This is why he jumped in and he started talking about that song. This is why he jumped in and he started speaking about how bad it was. This is why he jumped in and he tried to run some type of interference. But when I said last week, it ain't just about people like him. We got to also start focusing on the escorts. Now we about to go all the way in, family. Check these receipts. Vlad been running around here and he been dropping the N-word right in front of people. Yes, he has. And he been having a lot of people out here caping for him. Let's talk about somebody that be doing a whole lot of caping for Vlad left and right. And this man was trying to run interference. Lil Bootsy be on that show all day. And I rock with Bootsy, but I'm a realist. I'm going to call it out. Lil Bootsy was doing the same thing, trying to provide protection, because understand, Lil Bootsy has to provide protection for Drake because DJ Vlad is, and he uses DJ Vlad. Look at this right here. With all the beef going on, y'all know Lil Bootsy, the same Lil Bootsy who be out here talking all that gangster stuff. What I said last week, Jay Prince, the same one who sells gangster rap music and got takeoff from the Migos harmed, Jay Prince was out here waving the flag. I told you, whenever it comes to protecting a cosplayer in our community, people all of a sudden find morality. Listen to Little Bootsy. He said, I never seen so many men excited to see men tearing each other down through music. The men are more excited than the women. I came in a casino and a man left his girl to ask me, Bootsy, what do you think is going down with the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef? Listen and look at all this stuff that Bootsy wrote. Bootsy is trying to run some type of interference on this whole issue. Why is he trying to run interference, y'all? I'm going to tell you why he's trying to run interference. Because he knows damn well he got to protect Vlad and all of them, because that's the platform that he be going in. That's the platform that he get his kicks off of. He wrote a whole article. He said, do y'all really want one of these great artists' careers done because they lost a rap battle? Do y'all want all of what they have to be done because of hip-hop overshadowed a rap beef? Here go to morality. Y'all talking about children, baby mamas, dirt, fiancés. Stuff gonna get real. I hope you don't think these artists and crews shaking hands and smiling. Family, family, family. That is what we talk about when these people run around here and they make all types of crazy decisions and they make all kind of crazy statements. But that ain't the first thing that Bootsy said in terms of DJ Vlad and some off-code stuff. Mind you, go listen to some Bootsy music and then tell me where the hell did all that morality come from. I don't know where it came from. But look at this right here. This is Lil Bootsy, y'all. This is what Lil Bootsy said about DJ Vlad and about people, W's, using the N-word. We talk about the disrespect, right? Bootsy Badass says he has no problem with W fans rapping the N-word. Whoa! What? Bootsy joined Vlad TV and talked about how he doesn't have a problem with his W fans rapping along to his music and repeating the N-word. So basically, he puts parameters on it, and he doesn't mind if you say it. This is what we talk about when these people hop on Vlad. Bootsy Badass joined what was his favorite interviewer. Oh, let's go there. Let me go there. Listen to the first line, the first sentence. Bootsy Badass joined what has to be his favorite interviewer, DJ Vlad, in Vlad TV, and talked about how he has no problem with his W fans saying the N-word. How do I feel about it? I feel like they're a fan. Bootsy explained after being asked how he feels about W fans saying the N-word while reciting his songs. They're not coming saying N-I-G-G-E-R, you know. I feel like they're a fan, like they're fans too, bro. They're singing to the music. It's different type of weight. In a conversation, that's different as a fan. So he's out here saying that that's cool. He's saying, yep, hey, run it up. I ain't got no problem with it. You ain't got no problem? I ain't got no problem. And by the way, when he said they're saying that, Vlad is going, yep, that's true now. Man, that's true. Vlad was sitting there shaking his head, going, congratulations, Bootsy. I love the fact that you're saying that. Because we know deep down inside, Vlad and all of them, they say the N-word when ain't nobody around. And if you watch enough, it'll slip on out. Yeah, it'll slip on out. And I got some receipts, and I'm going to let y'all hear. Matter of fact, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to let y'all hear Vlad saying the N-word. Y'all know, smash that like button. Black Alpha Network, y'all know when I say I got receipts, I'm going to drop them. I don't talk about receipts unless I can show them. I'm going to show y'all Vlad and him actually saying the N-word. And he said it on his show. And not one rapper, not one person, not one interviewer, not one host. Nobody said nothing. But we're going to show it today. So we're going to put it all online. Oh, this Vlad wanted to be mad at Black Alpha. Vlad wanted to be mad at the Black Grassroots. I'm going to give you a reason to be mad. You're going to be real mad after this one because this is going to come down all the way live. Check this out right here too, fam. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Let me set this up. Let me build, and I'm going to bring it all the way back home. Here we go. Check this out. Smash that like button while we at it, man. They ain't like us. Certified. Here we go. Check this out. Exclusive. Van Lathan asked Vlad if he ever said the N-word. Okay. He asked him, did he ever say it? All right. In this clip, Van Lathan broke down why W people aren't necessarily punished if it's left up to American society as a whole. Okay. That's what he said. Here we go. Later on, Vlad discussed the use of the N-word and the politics behind who can and can't say it. Van asked Vlad if he ever used it while singing along to rap lyrics, to which Vlad vehemently denied. One more time. Van asked Vlad if he ever used it while singing along to rap lyrics, to which Vlad vehemently denied. So Vlad said that he's never said it. He ain't never said the N-word. That's what Vlad told the world, right? Okay. All right. Good work. Good work. That's what I needed to hear. That's what I needed to hear. And we all know that's cap. Let me tell you something. All of the people who cosplay our community, all the people who cosplay our culture, they all say the N-word. Every last one of them. They all do it. And then they get in front of the camera and they be like, no, I would never say such a thing. Nope. It's funny because Vlad said that he never uses the N-word. But when Bootsy said it's okay for W's to use the N-word, Vlad agreed with him. So which one is it? 1 minute, he's telling us that it's all good and it's all fine. The next minute, he's upset and saying that he don't do it. In reality, fam, Eminem on record saying it. Fat Joe said he won't stop saying it. Drake said he won't stop. Whoa. Let's go back down that list. Eminem said it. Clearly, they caught him. Fat Joe said he won't stop. Cardi B said she won't stop. Vlad said he doesn't say it. And Drake just made a song where he said it 50 times. Okay. This is what it is. These people do not respect the culture, but they're going to respect the culture today. And if they don't respect the culture, they damn sure going to respect these receipts because these receipts is coming full time, all the time. Family, so we all seen him sit there and say that he don't do this and he don't do that, right? That's what he said. That's what he said. But, you know, being certified foundational Black American, it ain't really about what they say. It's about what we say. It's about what we show and it's about what we put on the table. So we seen that him, and we know that all of them say it. We know that all of them be on that type of time. We know that all of them be down to say it, no matter whether you're around or you not. We all understand that. Well, I'm going to show y'all right now that not only did this dude say it, this man made it clear as day right there on his show. Fair use, fair use, fair use. If I can I get y'all to put fair use in the chat? Fair use, YouTube. Fair use, this is just for reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Here we go. So when they run around, fam, and they say they don't say it, nah, I'm going to go ahead and fall back. I'm going to let the receipts speak for themselves. This right here is Vlad saying the N-word, and I'm going to let the whole family hear it right here, right now. Fair use. Check this out.
Hey, for everyone who thinks that prison ain't so bad, and they can brag about it when they come home to their friends. And they can brag about it when they come home to their friends. They can brag about it. And they can brag about it. And they can brag about it when they come home to their friends.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did he say N-I-G-G-A brag about it? Whoa.
Hey, for everyone who thinks that prison ain't so bad, and they can brag about it when they come home to their friends. And they can brag about it when they come home to their friends. They can brag about it. And they can brag about it. And they can brag about it when they come. And they can brag about it when they come home to their friends. They can brag about it. And they can brag about it. And they can brag about it when they come home to their friends. And they can brag about it when they come home to their friends.
Sounds like I heard it right there, family. Sounds like I heard it right there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. N-I-G-G-A brag about it when they come home to their friends. That's what he said. He said they brag about it when they come home to their friends. There we go. And the guys right there in the chair were sitting there smiling. They was grinning. They were like, man, that's real funny now. That man said he don't say it, but boom, right then and there. Right then and there, the man said it clear as day. You can't hide. It's on point right then and there. So it goes to show you, family, that no matter what these people say, no matter what these people do, you know damn well that they say that. And what happened is that it slipped out. He wasn't supposed to say it right there, but he ended up doing it. That is it right there on point, family. And they didn't say nothing. They were like, man, well, you know, it's Vlad now. And Vlad, you know, he can say anything he wants to. He said they brag about it. And he's talking about jail. He's talking about jail too.
They can brag about it. They can brag about it.
I slowed it down. Listen to it in slow-mo for the people who are in the back row. If you ain't hear it when it was in regular speed, you ain't heard it when it was in full speed, I played them in both. Listen to it in slow motion.
They can brag about it when they come home to their friends. They can brag about it. They can brag about it when they come home to their friends.
Same one who said he's calling Princeton. The same one who's right there throwing up the W West Side. And he was saying the N-I-G-G-A right then and there. But ain't nobody say nothing. This is why we separate and delineate. This is why we on game right now. Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate. This is how we do things on this side, y'all. This is how we do things. So you see it right there. Yeah, and he said it with his chest, didn't he? He said it with his chest. He was real comfortable when he said that. He was real comfortable. That wasn't somebody who ain't said it before. Y'all know they say it all the time. You know, he said it real comfortable because that's what he do. That's what he do. He say it all the time. So he was like, brag about it when they, he's talking about prison and everything. So he went full with it. And that's the way the game goes. And that's exactly how we call it out. That right there. I said I was going to show y'all this man saying the N-word. I'm not just going to show no article or make speculation about him saying it. I said I was going to go ahead and play it. There it is. And by the way, fair use, fair use, fair use. That's what we're talking about, family. You know, straight up and down, when these people get to talking, everybody sees what's happening. But you know what the funny thing is, though, family? I'm going to keep it a buck. He was out here talking about getting that woman fired, a black woman. But y'all know Drake has a black wife. Yeah. And what do you typically see around these people? What do you typically see? I always tell you, when you see one of them, you're going to see a Negro escort. I always talk about the Negro escort, right? Well, you see that he has his wife. Eminem has Tony Ayo, 50 Cent, Royce the 5'9". You see Drake got all the OVOs, okay? The OVOs, he got all of them. You always see somebody right there, boom. But you know, one of the things is, a lot of people, they never seen his wife. And people be Googling, trying to find it. He keeps his wife away. You feel me? The reason why he does that, because he doesn't want that to be exposed. Because if that gets exposed, then everything else will be exposed in the process. So we already know what type of time it is. He don't really want to have her out there. But, you know, I did some research, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I talked to some people who talk to some people, you know what I'm saying? And I found a picture. Let me tell y'all, check it out yourself. Some people feel it is, some people feel it ain't, but y'all know what I do. I'm either going to put the receipt on the table or I'm going to put it on the table and let everyone else decide. I heard through some reliable sources that this right here is Vlad's wife. That right there. That's what I heard. I'm just telling y'all. Okay? I'm just saying it's speculation that that's his wife right there, family. This is what people in the streets are saying. They're saying that that is Vlad's wife. And if it is, then, fam, this is exactly what we talk about. And I don't know if that's FBA, but we'll leave that one alone. It could be another non-FBA. Who knows? Maybe that was the lady who was at the protest and then they was making fun of her. Maybe that's her. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I know cosplayers of a feather, they all flock together. So this is what we seeing, and this is what I saw, and I just want the whole world to know that we above it all. This is what it is out here in these streets. So what do we have right here with him? What do we have out here, family? We got him on record saying the N-word. We clearly got him violating all the foundational Black American culture. We seen him try to backtrack. Well, you know what? You made a point. Hold on, freeze. Y'all know I'll stop everything to make a point. Yep, good point. That wig is crooked. I'm telling y'all, this is what I heard. I heard that's his wife. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and Google it. Y'all see the same thing? Y'all see the same exact thing. Google's for everybody. It's a free country. Everybody check it on out. You will see the same exact thing that I just saw. That is what we see. So when I tell everybody that we out here and we putting it down and we delineating and we regulating like never before, there you go. We showed that Drake is out here cosplaying foundational Black Americans, and they trying to put all of the situation with that little battle in Kendrick. They trying to put that all on Kendrick. They blamed him in Toronto. They blamed him in the UK. They're trying to blame him here. We showed you Drake's fans is out here crying, right? We showed you all of these people are completely in disarray. Why are they in disarray? Because we build and we work and we shine and we grind it. That's what happens when you build, you work, you shine, you grind. But we got to be real careful because, like I said, fam, they trying to take all the momentum away from what foundational Black Americans don't put on the table. But you can't take the momentum away because it is too strong. When I say it's too strong, I mean that. You can't reverse it. You can't backtrack. You can't spin it around. The only thing that people can do at this stage in the game is really just bow down to what we got going. It's a beautiful thing. But yo, when I say that a lot of these people are upset and we say that we change in a lot of ways, fam, not only are these people out here crying, not only are these people out here upset, these people are literally trying to jump on board and they're trying to get in on every single thing that we have done. Look at this, and I need y'all to see this real good. This is the stamp on everything. Check this out. Y'all still clowning. I'm telling y'all, I'm just telling y'all, TS is, no, y'all didn't. Somebody said TS is, y'all still getting on his wife. Hey, I'm just saying, Google it. Somebody Google it and hit me up and let me know. Is it confirmed? You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, we'll put it on the table. We put the receipts on the table. We'll let the receipts see themselves. But that I'm just saying, if that was Vlad, I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people like riding big backs. I'm just saying. But let me show y'all this. Look at this right here, family. This goes to show you that foundational Black Americans are on game. And y'all absolutely right. Any Black person who has somebody around them, like Drake, you got to go ahead and you got to side-eye them. They got someone like Eminem around them. You got to side-eye them. They got someone like Fat Joe or Busta Rhymes around them. You got to side-eye them. We are no longer letting the person bring the other person to the barbecue and walk around like it's good. We going in on the person who was escorted, and we going in on the escorter. Everybody's getting G-checked. That's the game. Everybody's getting G-checked because they ain't like us. That part, that part, that part. This right here shows you, family, the power in which we got. Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us breaks the all-time record for biggest single-day streams of a hip-hop song in U.S. Spotify history, passing Drake and passing Lil Baby. Damn. And we gonna dance, we gonna two-step, and just for Michael Jackson, we might even do some damn moonwalking at the FBA Rally for Reparations Juneteenth celebration, and we gonna do it specifically to that song because Not Like Us has become the anthem for foundational Black Americans. It has become the anthem for our movement. It has become the anthem for our principles. We are standing on those principles the same way we stand on lineage business, the same way we stand on the culture, because we are the culture. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody try to fake. Don't let anybody try to flies, family. And we only getting stronger every single day. They are not like us. So let's go to work. Let's go to work and let's win with fashion. That's the way we do it. That's the FBA way. Every day. So when I tell you, family, that it's a beautiful time to be a foundational Black American, when I tell you that it's a beautiful time to be a certified American freedman, when I tell you it's a beautiful time to be us, I mean it. Because every single day we're getting stronger. Every single day, the whole world is taking notice. We are going to live in a future that the people before, they never got to see. We are going to live in the future of regulating. We're going to live in the future of G-checking, of delineating, of being pure, of being solidified. We're not living in the can't we all get along. We're not living in the tomorrow will be a better day. Hopefully in my lifetime. We ain't living in none of that. We're living in a new time, in a new day, in a new era, in a new age. And I got all my certified sisters with me. Beautiful. I got all my certified brothers with me. Powerful. And when you put us all together, we are powerful, beautiful people. And can't nobody on the whole planet Earth deal with us or see us because they're not like us. And with that said, I want everybody to have a great night. It's been a hell of an episode, a hell of a week. And I'm coming back on Sundays and Tuesdays. And we're going to regulate all the way. And we're going to push this thing all the way through microphone check season. And then we're going to take this thing all the way to Juneteenth. We're going to go out there. We're going to show up and show out to the Rally for Reparations. I'm going to grab that microphone. I'm going to step on stage and I'm going to represent every single one of y'all the Certified Black Society, the Certified 100 Black Alpha Network, and I'm going to make sure that no matter what happens, no matter what goes down, I represent all of you proudly to the fullest because I love you all with the passion. I hope your mother's good. I hope your father's good. I hope your kids are good. I hope your brother's good. I hope your sister's good, your aunts, your uncles. I hope everybody you love is good. And I want you guys to be good too because I love y'all all the way to the fullest, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. It's only right that we end this with the great Tupac Amaru Shakur. And I send a certified salute to the whole family. They not like us. And it is Hold Your Own NUT season. And foundational Black Americans are doing it the best way, the right way. Why? It's because Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Smash that like button. One love.
I don't care what y'all think. If you whatever the fuck you think you are, and until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans? And we out here done. We done, and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that.